Hello, and welcome to episode 116 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where Loki drinks cough syrup because he doesn't want to get a Thor throat.
How was it, by the way? Episode 1 of Loki.
Well, I enjoyed it because it's just
it was good.
DMV the whole time.
I heard it's talky. It's very talky.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not
But it
bad.
sort of needs to be because like this is setting timeline straight, but also like there's a lot of Easter eggs throughout the entire thing. There's people walking in the background that shouldn't be walking in the background. I think this, and Kevin Feige said this is going to be the show that has the most impact on the MCU. And I was like, all right, well.
It's awesome.
What did you
How
think?
many episodes is this?
Six.
This
will be six,
Okay.
Yeah.
50 minutes apiece, or at least the first one was 50 minutes.
Oh, there's like 15 for a second. I'm like, damn. They're really challenging themselves.
They're really fucking with time, yeah. Going off on tangents and
No,
Yeah,
this
like-
isn't the Netflix Marvel shows where it's like 15, 20 episodes now.
Yeah, that's stretched out. Yeah, for like an hour. Yeah, it was too much.
And
Yeah, I
how
like
do you
how
guys feel about Owen Wilson?
wow.
wow.
I don't know yet. I can't back it. Nah, I don't know.
He's okay. I like that.
It's a good character. I just, his performance, like just Owen Wilson in general, I guess is my whole like,
Yeah, I thought he was okay.
It's been a long time since he's been in anything real big, so I'm interested to see how his character will change. I don't know. It's hard to tell off the first episode, though. Yeah, you don't really know if it's going to be something deeper than what he shows, or if it's just going to be the silly guy on the side.
Maybe
the
Vince Vaughn
comedic
shows
relief.
up at one point.
Vince
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Maybe that'd be great.
That would be cool. Yeah,
Loki Crashers, like Wedding Crashers, but with Loki. That'd be like-
I like the overall vibe of the first episode. It was like very retro, had a retro feel to it.
yeah.
It was cool how they went back in time, like 1500s, 1800s. It was cool.
Yeah, they took a note from Jupiter's Legacy, it seemed like.
Yeah.
except they're going to have, well, actually, just like Jupiter's Legacy, they're going to stop at one season. So it's really close.
Get canceled.
What did you all think about that little DMV scene? I thought it was hilarious.
No, yeah.
It was funny.
And that little coin, like what was the thing? A penny? That was like a cartoon penny.
Oh, the Miss Minutes.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole animated. And at first I was like, man, this looks familiar. And then my buddy sent me a picture with Miss Minutes next to Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. I was like, oh yeah, all right,
Yeah.
similar feel. Just a nice animated thing to tell you what your job does.
It all comes back to Jurassic World and family. See?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems like it'll be pretty interesting. It'll take us into different places for the next phase. How he's gonna like go back into different times throughout his existence, even, and like he has to try to find a previous or future version of himself. So
That's
like,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what-
the possibilities are, can be endless.
Oh yeah, Kev, you'll dig it, man. Because yeah, like they said, it's a different feel. See, to me, I get more of a X-Files feel with it, just because it's very, what you want to say, it's an agency trying to
yeah.
take care of shit that's gone wrong. I really dig it. Owen Wilson is the only thing that's going to take me a minute to get used to. And that's just because like he wasn't very talky. Like he wasn't the catalyst for a lot of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I wonder
Just
if
because
this
it's
I wonder if this will tie into Doctor Strange too.
I think it will.
And
Yeah.
if we're lucky, this ties into Doctor Strange 2, which ends up with us getting mutants in the MCU.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
who do you guys want to see more pop up first? Fantastic Four or X-Men?
X-Men.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fantastic Four. Yeah.
I
Yeah, me
need
too.
Doom. I think if done by the MCU,
See? Yeah.
Doctor
Maybe
Doom,
we-
yeah, Doctor Doom is the best villain they could go with.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I would love to see what their take on X-Men would be, but I think you have to do Fantastic Four first, just
Yeah,
because, like,
Yeah, we haven't had a good version of them yet.
no.
it seems like with Eternals and some of these movies that they announced that they're kind of going towards that route. You know, Fantastic Four seems obvious that it's going to lead to.
Oh
that.
yeah, they even did the big Four logo as part of the Phase announcement.
Right.
But they have no plans on making the movie. They just know that I think they just kind of flashed that look, we have the rights back and we could drop it at any moment.
And it's not going to be Blunt or Krasinski because like they're both,
No.
you know, they're both vocal about not wanting to do it. And that was like the popular choices, I remember.
At this point, it'd be too obvious.
But what? Maybe they're just bullshitting us.
Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you never know.
Because if they offer them enough
playing
money,
it off.
they'll change their mind.
Oh yeah, Marvel money will change anybody's mind for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, plus
Who knows? They
Krasinski's
might
not
already
exactly
have that
acting
casted.
much. Gets that Quiet Place 2 money, and then I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if there's a third one, but
Yeah, there is
There is?
It's gonna be like a trilogy.
the spin-off, and the guy who did I forgot his name.
Midnight
Special.
Midnight
wow.
Special.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Cool.
no, I love the first Quiet Place, so people told me the second one was good.
Yeah, that was my first movie back at the theater, and it
Mine
was
too.
it was awesome. Really good.
How was
Yeah,
Cillian
we
Murphy,
both loved
Logan?
it.
I was what?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Oh, he killed it
He
as
killed it?
always. Yeah, he
That's
was
awesome.
really
I love
good.
Cillian
Yeah.
Murphy.
I loved his character in the movie without spoiling too much. He was great.
Yeah.
How was Digimon Hansu?
He had a small part, but he was good.
Yeah, it was
He
a
was-
cool
he was
part with
kinda-
him.
Yeah, he's kind of at the end of the movie, but he was
Not
good.
to get like too politically incorrect, but like I was curious about that role because you know it's a movie where you have to stay quiet the whole time, but they have one of the loudest black men in Hollywood. Like, they go like, who? Yeah, I mean, like,
I was thinking, so like, if the guy who did Midnight Special directs the third one, like, how crazy would it be if what's his name? Is it Michael Shannon?
That would be
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'd be on board
He's
with that.
he's a pretty loud guy. He would have to act like with his face and everything. He couldn't-
Yeah.
He could probably play like a crazed like loner who's been on a farm this whole time. Like I think every role you could just put crazed in front of whatever title. People are like, yeah, that works. You know, like
Yeah,
He'd be a good leader of that people that we see in part 2, Logan.
yeah, it
Yeah.
would be.
I mean,
They expand in this movie. There's more people introduced that are surviving.
Yeah.
like you would
That's what-
have to. I mean, you
Yeah.
couldn't do any more with Emily Blunt, the baby, the deaf girl.
Right.
and-
Yeah.
The kids killed it again though in this one.
Oh
Gotta
man,
say,
they're
yeah.
so good. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but from just looking at the trailers and like reading about stuff on Twitter, I don't know. This is nitpicking, I know, but the kid from the first movie, A Quiet Place, he went from like 10 to 15 real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. He
He's
did.
grown up a lot in the second one. Yeah.
Puberty's a bitch, man. You know.
The little girl looks like Dustin from Stranger Things. Got the curly hair. I always think that. I don't know why. But she was great. She was really
The
great in the
movie
second
picks
movie.
up immediately right after the first one, right?
Yeah, there's like backstory, like how
With
it all,
a
why it all
yeah.
started and how it started.
with the flashback. Yeah.
Flashback scene.
We won't say anymore. Just it starts with a really cool flashback scene.
If you guys want to go to the movie theater, definitely go see that movie. It's
Yeah.
worth-
Highly recommended. You guys will love it.
Sound design, everything's just really fantastic in the movie.
You know who?
Yeah.
You know who shot up? It's changing gears. I'm watching Gold. I told you guys I'm watching the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm on season 3 right now. The main kid like went through puberty between.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn.
And he still has the voice, but it cracks every
It
once
cracks,
in
yep,
a while.
it cracks every so often. Yes.
I love that
Yeah.
show. I
a
stopped
great
watching
show.
it maybe a couple seasons ago just because time. You know what I mean? Like, but I'll watch it on Hulu.
Oh yeah, you could easily jump into it. It's 20 minutes.
Have they addressed Pop's death yet? Or no, no.
I'm not
No,
caught up.
I'm caught up. They didn't
doesn't
talk
happen
about it.
in the
He just
show.
kind of.
I mean, George Siegel died in real life,
Mhm.
so I didn't know if they did anything. They probably put a nice like memorial thing to him.
Yeah, they put like a note. I remember because I caught up. They didn't really address it. He just was. They just did like a little like montage at the end of one of the episodes, and that was pretty much it. But it was a nice like little video that they put at the end.
You know what's weird is I like George Siegel, but I always remember him as the asshole from Look Who's Talking. The dad wanted nothing to do with the baby. So like I can't get into him as a character at all. I'm always like, oh, that piece of shit.
Yeah,
Is
remember,
anyone
yeah.
watching Stephen King's Lizzie story?
Haven't seen it, heard of it. Have you watched it?
Yeah, Dan DeHaan is like phenomenal. I love that actor.
He's
I like
awesome.
him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
really good.
Everything he's in, he's good.
Wait, what's that on?
Apple,
On
right?
Apple.
Apple.
Apple? All right.
They had Stephen King on Sunday morning, and I was watching it, and he was talking about it. And yeah, just definitely check it out. Julianne Moore is in it.
All right.
Is it
Everything.
suspenseful or is it like a different kind of Stephen King story?
No, it's suspenseful. It's not
Okay.
horror, really.
Yeah.
It's suspenseful.
I haven't even heard about this.
Really, you're the horror guy. You should know.
I know.
Apple was terrible with marketing their shows.
I was gonna
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
never see anything about their shows.
The only
Don't
thing I
they
know
have-
about Apple was the one with Sudeikis.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
That's about
Yeah.
it. But I check a bunch of different movie sites. I never see anything about that.
They just had an advertisement for C that I saw on something. The second season of that with Momoa. But yeah,
Okay.
I agree. Apple TV's weak marketing.
But I mean, do you think they're just going, we're Apple? Like,
Yeah.
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 we're not going anywhere. We'll put some cool shows out. People will talk about us.
Right.
Well, it's cool. I got my new iPhone. I got a free year subscription to that, so I have to watch it.
There's some good content on
I
Apple.
liked Servant. I watched the first season. It was really fucking good.
I was
That's what-
actually just going to ask about that.
It was
Yeah,
really
It's
good.
Shyamalan's, right?
Shyamalan, yep. I'm trying to
just
think
how
what
it's shot, more than even the story for me is worth like just the way I don't know, it's got a really dark and it's in the same house. Just how they film it looks really cool. And
It reminded
how they
me of,
build
like-
suspense.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Hereditary, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, then
That's
I'm
that
in.
kind of feel.
Yeah, and that weird tone to it.
Doesn't Shyamalan have a new movie coming out with
Old.
guy
Yeah,
from
old.
Hereditary?
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed a trailer for it before Quiet Place 2. It looked good.
I was gonna say, speaking of old, I just finished that movie Logan Amusement Park.
Yes. What'd you think?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't great or anything, but I saw what they were doing. You know, treating age like a horrifying thing. How people treat you when you.
Yeah, people
older
treat old
stuff.
people. Old
Yeah.
people. Put them in nursing homes.
Was it one of those social commentary things?
Yeah,
It is big time. Yeah.
it's Romero's most ambitious movie, probably.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the his lost movie.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
only 50 minutes, so I definitely
Oh,
recommend
so it
it.
was. All right. And when I heard he had a missing one, I was thinking 90-minute, 120 minutes, somewhere in there. But 50 minutes, that's not bad.
No, there's like an introduction and outro about this guy talking about it. It's pretty cool too.
Mhm.
But definitely check it out.
No, Bob, I was just saying, you said you don't like M. Night Shyamalan, really, right?
No, I love M. Night Shyamalan. There's just been a couple bad things he's done. Actually, The Happening, I didn't like. Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this is coming from a guy who never watched the show. I just didn't like the movie at all. And then Lady in the Water, I wasn't a huge fan of. But like, I love The Village. I thought The Village was phenomenal. So many people
Yeah.
hated it, but
I love that
Signs.
movie.
it's coming from the fact of, in college, abnormal psychology, having been in therapy my whole life anyway, like understanding that there are people with enough PTSD where if there was funds available to do that, it wouldn't surprise me if people are like, oh yeah, we found one off in nowhere, Wyoming, like I could just, so I thought Shyamalan was ahead of the ball on that one.
Yeah.
No, I like Shyamalan. I haven't gotten into them though. I can't, I'm a couple episodes in and I'm still having a hard time getting through it. I don't know why.
I know his movies as of late have been pretty good.
hmm
Like there's a while they're all pretty shitty, but his movies lately have been better and TV shows.
One of the forgotten movies he had was Devil, and I thought that movie was fucking great.
Yeah, that was good.
When they were stuck in the elevator. Oh,
What about that gaming thing, Logan? I'll let you guys talk about that because I don't know too much about it.
Oh, E3?
I know about it, but I don't know what like video games they're featuring,
Oh yeah. So this is the first year we got press for E3, so I've been kind of watching it the
Wow.
past week, trailers and stuff like that. But it's been pretty awesome. It's summer of gaming. Everybody just playing, buying video games, consoles, just having fun during the summer. So it's been a pretty big thing. They've released a ton of trailers like Elden Ring, which is like a
Yes,
fantasy game. It
that
looks
was awesome.
excellent. Excellent. I
Yeah,
can't
what's
wait
his
for
name is writing it? J.R. Martin. George R. R. Martin, yeah.
Oh, there you go. It's all fantasy.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, graphics look beautiful. They've released the new Evil Dead video game trailer, Avatar. They released yesterday Rainbow Six, Fallout 6 with Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah, Far Cry, Jesus. But yeah, I was thinking Fallout, my bad. And then a new Mario game that's coming out, so that's pretty sweet. But basically just releasing a bunch of trailers and news about the new consoles and things like that. So it's pretty big deal. It's the biggest gaming convention out there. And it's been a blast seeing all the new stuff coming out.
You know, speaking of Mario, I spoke to someone today earlier. They said that they're going to put like a Mario land in Universal Studios.
That would be
They're
amazing.
supposed to, yeah.
They're doing it-
There's
I
one in
think that
Japan, and it's
5 years or
insane.
so.
Yeah, I want,
That's the first one in Japan.
yeah. Like, I don't think I'll go to Japan, but if they put it in Florida, I'll definitely go.
They're supposed to, yeah, within like 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
nice.
know. Japan has the life-size, like actual Mario Kart on highways. I
Oh,
really
man.
want to do
Okay.
that. And don't get me wrong, you could probably do that in Florida without the Mario stuff. You
Yeah.
just ride go-kart.
Exactly.
No, I'm pretty sure Niall told me that people will throw, shells at you while driving. But I want to do it in a little Mario Kart one.
Yeah, I would definitely go if they had it in Florida. My son's a big Mario fan. He would love it.
Has he ever played Super Smash Brothers?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's played all of them.
classic.
He's obsessed. We got him a Switch. He plays a bunch of Mario games.
Has he
What
done
they're doing
mushrooms
right
yet?
now, Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah. What'd you say now?
Has he done mushrooms yet?
Yeah. That's
I'm talking
6.
about Mario.
Actually, he has. But yeah, E3 has just been releasing a bunch of stuff today. They released Diablo 2, Halo Infinite, the new Halo game, new Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks fucking awesome.
That preview was cool. I watched
Yeah,
it.
it's going to be coming out on PS5, it looks like. And then they have like a new mini fridge Xbox is releasing. It was kind of cool.
Wait,
Yeah, if you look at Rocket Raccoon's beard in the trailer, it
Yeah.
looks like Groot.
Hmm.
Yeah, just zoom in.
Does.
on it.
They all
as
look a
long as
little
they can
different
keep
from
parts
what
of the
we saw in the movie.
soundtrack, because they were playing a little 80s music in the background. If they can keep that,
Yeah.
honestly, if they could license some 80s songs for that, I think that game takes off like crazy.
They use that same song, I Need a Hero, in the
It's-
trailer for what we just saw. Now I'm blanking out.
He-Man.
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 Yeah,
He-Man.
Kevin
Yeah.
Smith.
God, yeah.
Yeah. And that song's originally from Footloose.
Logan, put that song in here. I need a hero.
I need a hero. I got it.
Also
the-
in Shrek.
Oh yeah. God, you tell me Shrek, all I can think of is Smash Mouth.
Oh, geez.
Hear those music videos going over and over again.
Oh, man. Awful.
No, but that honestly, that He-Man trailer got me going real bad.
And you know
Looks
who's
awesome.
Skeletor, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
Mark Hamill.
that's him.
Hamill. Mhm.
That's Howell. Oh, nice.
And I'm like, that's perfect right there.
Who is the girl from Game of Thrones? Lena Headey is playing somebody in there too, in the cast. I don't know
I
if
think it's I don't remember the names at all. And luckily they
Yeah, I
have
don't either.
streaming the original He-Man, so I can watch that because apparently Kevin Smith was adamant he wanted this to follow right where the previous series left off.
Oh, cool.
From what I heard, all he did was smoke a lot of weed and write a lot about He-Man, so I'm good. These battle sequences look like they could be epic.
And those He-Man action figures are making a huge comeback. You see them at Target, Walmart. I actually think the figures now are better than those, crappy ones from the 80s.
Yeah, they are. Although it's sad, like I'll look at the ones from the 80s because they started doing it with everything. They started doing the He-Man style. They had a bunch of horror icons done in He-Man style, and that was really bad. They've done wrestlers, but yeah, they put out the new He-Man ones and they've sculpted it down a little to where it looks really good.
When does that come out?
July, I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like July 18th, maybe. Better watch. There's something big I'm supposed to be doing on July 18th. And I'm saying it's He-Man.
Yeah, it's Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Yeah, I'm checking to see. I don't know if they gave an episode count yet. There's going to be 10 episodes.
Friday, July 23rd premiere.
Yeah.
Nice.
And for some reason, it says there's 2 seasons. So I don't know what that is. Oh,
Yeah.
Diedrich Baker's in it. Chris
Kevin
Wood.
Conroy is Merman.
Nice.
That prick
Sarah
from
Michelle
Game of
Gellar.
Thrones. Sarah Michelle Gellar, yep. Tila.
You know what's weird? There's Phil Lamar or Phil Lamar,
Justin
who's
Long.
Jason Mewes, of course.
Jason Mewes. Stinker.
Henry
Just read the
Rollins.
cast. Henry Rollins is in it? Oh, that's cool.
Alicia Silverstone, of course, he put his daughter in it. But the weird thing is all of them say 6 episodes, but there's 10 episodes in the season. So I don't know.
I thought they were splitting it up or something.
You know what's funny, Bob? You said Alicia Silverstone. I thought that's how her name was pronounced too, but she did a recent video. It's Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia. It's Alicia Silverstone. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, who do you think you are?
Sorry, I'm looking up movies here. Do you guys remember Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren and Frank
Oh, yeah.
Langella?
Yeah.
That movie was
Frank
badass.
Langella was Skeletor.
Skeletor, yeah, he
You
was.
want to know something really cool about that movie? If
What's
you
that?
watch it again, Dolph Lundgren isn't speaking at all. That's all dubbed. He knew
Really?
Oh, wow.
no English making that movie. And they had a guy dub over his entire thing.
Damn.
There's a podcast called How Did This Get Made? It's got oh God.
The guy from the league, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Paul
Jason
Scheer.
Mantzoukas. And they dissect that movie and I learned some of the funniest stuff in there. But yeah, it's but he didn't speak a word of English. They just liked his look. I mean, it worked and it was a real fucked up story. I think they could have supplemented it for a Beast Man series or a Beastmaster number 5 or 6 or whatever they were at that point.
Yeah, that movie had a lot of badass practical effects.
Oh yeah.
Well, the makeup was awesome.
Franklin Joe was amazing as Skeletor.
Yeah, he was. It's kind of creepy. I need to rewatch that.
He said that was like a role that's one of his favorite parts he'd ever played.
Really?
Yeah,
There's been a lot of movies.
yeah. Because like at the time his kid was like, the range of like the audience, and he's like, oh, I was like a hero to him, even though I was a villain. But he loved doing that role.
Yeah, he's up there for the great villains in movies for sure.
And I like the police officer that tags along with them, the bald guy. I don't know his name. You guys remember? I never remember that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was also in
It's been so
he was in
long
Problem
since I
Child
watched
2. He was the principal in Problem Child 2.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
never saw that movie, but I know
I'm
Problem
looking
Child
at it
too. So
Like a New York City like tough guy. When they go back to Skeletor's lair, like one of the soldiers shoots at him. He gets all like New Yorkie. He's like, "Hey, you're not shooting at me." Just starts unloading rounds at the all like this.
I don't remember that. I need to
Murray.
rewatch it.
His name is Murray in the movie because he's like, no one takes pop
Murray.
shots at Murray, and he starts pumping the shotgun and taking shots at Skeletor's like army. It's great.
Oh, Big Ben Healy. Is that what you're talking
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Who?
about? Damn,
That
Big
guy.
Ben.
That guy?
Oh, wait, not that guy. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
I'll find him.
I'd pay to watch him with a shotgun though.
For real. All right.
Oh
Hold on.
man.
Oh,
Grandpa Joe.
let's see. Oh, yeah.
Child 2.
From Back to the Future. He was the
Yes,
principal.
he's the principal of Back to the Future too. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
in Top Gun too.
And wasn't he not leaving Las Vegas? Hang on. Escape from New York.
Yes, he was in that. I just watched that not too long ago.
It was a leaving and a town, just escaping, whatever.
Now I'm thinking Nicolas Cage is Snake Plissken.
Yeah, it's
Has
kind
anybody
of the
seen
same
that
movie.
a movie yet where he's in the Chuck E. Cheese place and the
Oh
shit
yeah,
comes alive?
that
You
movie's
watched
a
it?
blast. Yeah.
Is it out yet? Can I stream
yeah.
it somewhere? Or?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know if you could stream it, but at Walmart it's like $10, or you can find other ways to stream it.
oh yeah. I got another one.
I'm debating on buying it just because it's a Nicolas Cage movie without Nicolas Cage parts. It's really interesting. It's
He
funny.
plays
as
it
hell and
straight
over
in
the
this one.
top.
As straight as he
It's
can.
all here. Nicolas Cage does it all with the face. That it's insane. Like he has to act only with his face for the most part. And it's interesting. But I dug it. I thought it was fun. But then again,
Yeah,
like
I
I didn't
wanna
go
watch
in
it.
expecting a lot.
$5 on YouTube.
Oh, okay. What's it called again?
Willy's Wonderland.
It's on
Oh,
Hulu.
Willy's Wonderland. It's on
It's on
Hulu?
Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn, I didn't know that.
All right. I might know what I'm watching after this. I might watch that.
I'm
But
gonna
I'm
be
also
also
started Hacks, and now I'm into that.
I need to start.
$5, yeah.
I need to start up a list. Movies.
Hacks on HBO. Gene Smart's like a old comic, stand-up comic, and like she's losing fans and stuff. So she wants to remain hip. So like her manager brings in this like young joke writer for her, and she's hesitant at first, but then she figures out that she's going to help her out a lot. So she like brings her on. It's also got Shooter McGavin in it. He's this rich prick.
Hard to
It's
believe.
pretty good though. Yeah, it got
Shooter.
renewed for the second season. Shooter.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast.
No.
No. Let's see.
No, that's starring the mom from Mayor of Easttown, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gene
yep.
Smart. Yep,
Gene
she was in
Smart.
The Watchmen too. And
Oh,
Designing
yeah.
Women back in the day.
Yeah, she was in Fargo too, season 2.
Boom.
That's right.
She was in
That's
the mom.
right. It's on Hulu. Yep. Oh, Willie himself, Willy's Wonderland. Does he have a name in it, or is he just known as the loner? A loner
Yeah.
wages war.
I don't remember anyone even talking to him, like addressing.
Doesn't
I
have a
should say.
name. No.
Anybody seen this one where he looks like that?
Where's the ninja?
No.
See, ninja?
Grand Isle. He's in one on Netflix called Jiu-Jitsu, and he's a ninja.
That's what I was thinking of.
I've heard
I
about
can't
that.
bring myself to watch it.
No, it's awful. Don't watch it at all.
Well, I figured it would be just a little worse than The Last Samurai. So I was like, you know what? If Tom Cruise is the last samurai, then by all means, Nicolas Cage should be a samurai. Put them all in a movie. Let me watch every 80s icon just wield a sword. Get Kurt Russell in there. You know, Antonio Banderas for some reason. Just give them all swords. Let them all be ninjas. Let's watch that movie.
Did you guys see The Conjuring 3?
No.
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't really like it too much. You can see
Yeah, I
that it
haven't
was
heard it. I heard good
The
things about
weakest
that.
one.
the weakest one.
The weakest. Yeah.
They tried something different with it. It just didn't work. So I give them kudos for trying, but definitely didn't have the James Wan touch to it at all. Wasn't
No.
scary at all.
It's not really a spoiler. The intro part, the exorcism, is the best part.
Yes.
That was the best part, and then
Yeah.
it just went downhill. It was like a
Never
good one.
was freaky after that at all.
Yeah, I don't think I got scared once. Where the other two movies are pretty scary, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just missing that touch, and it just felt really empty. Like I don't know.
The first one to me is perfect. Like that was
Yeah.
the best horror movie I'd seen in years. The second one
Yep.
I wasn't a huge fan of, just because that case made people doubt Ed Lorraine Warren, and like because the little girl was faking and all that stuff, and what story was based on. So I just didn't like that story, but the acting wasn't bad, you know. And then so with the third one, I was like, it looks like it's a compelling story. I don't remember the story much, so.
It wasn't
Then again, I
terrible,
never
it's just
watched The
not-
Nuns or Annabelle or any of that. I didn't watch any
Someone
of
told
that.
me
but-
today that The Nun is actually really good. Is that true?
I
No,
watched no.
that's not good at all.
So I
That's
won't
not
see
good.
it.
Lied.
Ursula Rona's bad.
Oh yeah, that one was just boring. I didn't like
That
it.
was
That's
that
who
was,
directed this one.
yeah, it's the guy that
Conjuring,
directed
yeah.
David. I don't know,
Chavez.
Chavez. There you go.
And I don't like the Annabelle movies. I just think she's the laziest horror villain of all time.
It'd been cooler if they actually used a Raggedy Ann doll, like the actual Annabelle. I mean, licensing and whatnot, you couldn't, but
Yeah.
don't make it look like an actual porcelain doll. Like they should have done a rag doll itself, because that would have been, to me, it's creepier. Porcelain dolls are already scary as shit. You know, just
Yeah, Annabelle Creation was good. That was directed by David F. Sandberg, who did Shazam and Lights Out.
That was the second. No, that was the third one. I don't know. I
think
don't
it
like
was
Annabelle.
Yeah, that was the only good one in my opinion. I thought it was good because he's a good director.
No, like they're just lazy, cheap movies. Like they'll have something
Yeah.
move like, oh my god, it must have been the doll.
like
Yeah, that-
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's the second Annabelle movie. That's one I liked. So it was Annabelle Creation, then Annabelle Comes Home. That was god awful. Comes home.
Comes home.
The only one I saw was the first Conjuring, and I wasn't like into it. Like it wasn't my thing, but like I get why people like it. And I tried to watch it, and I snuck in to watch it, and I still wanted my money back for it. But I didn't finish it. I was just like, this is boring.
Well, Armando, when it comes to horror, the bar has been set so low that The Conjuring was like, we win again.
And like when upstarts like Quiet Place, hopefully horror starts getting on a better trend because it's kind of sucking bad.
Yeah, sorry.
We got Don't Breathe 2, the new Halloween. What else, Logan? We got some horror coming up.
New
too.
Scream.
Some Scream.
Yeah.
So A24.
Candyman. Candyman coming
New
out.
Candyman, that's right.
A24's always got something.
Did that movie Antlers come out?
No, that was pushed back
Not
to next
yet.
year, I think, in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
What happened to Kevin Smith's Moose Jaws?
He just
I don't
stopped
know.
making it.
He got baked and forgot about it.
I
I was
want
like,
Moose-
man, I fucking forgot what I was talking about. What he always
So
says.
yoga hosers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yoga. It's supposed to. The Great White North trilogy was Tusk, Yoga Hosers, and then
Moose
Yoga
Jaws.
with Moose Jaws.
I don't know why he made yoga hosers.
It was so bad. But I love Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk
Not a
was
lot of
awesome.
people do. I
Yeah,
thought Tusk was so
Tusk
great.
was
It
good.
just
It's fucking
eerie as
awesome.
hell.
It was creepy.
And Moose
Michael
Jaws, he was
Sparks
supposed
made
to
that
kill
entire
off-
movie.
Moose Jaws, he was supposed to kill off Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, which I'm wondering if that's why he hasn't done it because now he's getting a little bit more money for James. Like I don't know.
Maybe put it on the
Hopefully
back
it just
burner.
means he's successful and he doesn't need to do it yet. Yeah.
Just going back to The Conjuring a little bit, I don't know if it's when I say The Conjuring, I mean like the Conjuring movies and the third one. I would say it's better than those like spin-off movies, and that's something I want to talk about. The spin-off movies, they're spin-off movies. They're not a universe.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's trying to use that term now.
They're spin-offs.
Marvel made it popular to have a universe. Well,
Yep.
actually, could we say Universal monster movies? Like that was like the first universe. I mean, they
Universe.
had crossovers and stuff. I mean, Marvel made it cool now.
Right. First
Right.
it was universe, now it's multiverse. Marvel always makes the next decade or so, puts its stamp on it. First it was universe, now it's multiverse coming up. So DC's got to jump on board all these other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna bring back all these old characters and mix them in.
The Conjuring multiverse.
It's all the ghosts' point of view. I'd watch
Yeah.
that. Just like, hey, John, what happened? His fucking family came in my family's house again. Like, what'd you do the last one? I scared them. What do you do this one? Probably scared. I'm gonna make the walls bleed. Like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Like think Home Alone, but only it's ghost trying to stick. I think that would be fun, actually.
I just caught my own mistake. I said The Conjuring, the devil all the time. That's Tom Holland's movie. This is-
Yeah. I was like, that didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right, but it was close enough. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
the devil
Sounds
made
not
me
right.
do it. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up two.
Devil
movies.
maybe too. Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Devil All the Time?
I did, yeah.
Oh, did you? What'd you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Good.
Just the title devil threw me off.
Yeah.
Is that the one that was on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because doesn't he have two more out? He has Cherry,
Cherry.
and
Mhm.
and then another one came out, right?
Jerry is
Yeah,
good.
Chaos Walking.
There, Chaos
Daisy
Walking.
Ridley. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I heard it was bad.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
I don't want to see it. Yeah, I don't care for Daisy Ridley really.
No. She's pretty
Oh, really?
one-dimensional. She's pretty one-dimensional when it comes to acting.
Is she better than Tyler Perry?
Oh yeah, far better.
Circling back to The Conjuring. Yeah, I'm good on these movies. I don't need any more of them.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I think they can stop now.
Yeah, I don't need any more after this. I mean, it was okay. That would be a good ending for me. I don't need to see any more with Ed and Lorraine Warren.
I read something on We Got This Covered, which is something I should never do. That website just straight up lies. But they said they want to do The Conjuring as a TV series.
What's the next movie hitting HBO Max? Space Jam 2?
Yeah, that's the July 16th. In the Heights came out
It
this
just
week.
came out, yeah, Friday.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to. I put such a low bar on any musicals, and I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not from New York, so I don't know any of that stuff, but like certain parts of Chicago, mind you, there is not that rich Latin heritage at all in Chicago. Like there is, but not like what you saw in the Heights. And no, I thought it was really good.
And Bob, now that you have me started on Tyler Perry, I'm just going to say one thing and go. He's bringing Medea back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put that in the chat for you.
We should review it, all of us together.
It's like you
Watch a
never
long
left
movie.
Medea.
No, I'll have a stroke in the middle of this chair.
Oh man.
He was in the what's the Angelina Jolie movie on HBO?
Oh, those who wish.
Oh,
us dead
yeah.
or whatever.
One
He
you
was
just watched.
He was the boss. That movie was underwhelming.
Yeah.
But it sounds fitting because
Especially
if you
for a
look at
Tyler Sheridan
Perry,
movie.
it's a person I wish was dead. So it all kind of.
Let me just say this. I don't hate Tyler Perry. I just hate what he's done lately for the last few years. And another thing too, and then I really do, I'll move off from Tyler Perry. I just feel like he's keeping, the brothers back. Like how can I say this? Like he's literally holding back an entire race of people. Like when people say things like, how come Ma Rainey didn't get the recognition it deserved? How come Chadwick Boseman didn't get the recognition it deserved? Just some bigwig Hollywood guy has to say, Tyler Perry. And I feel like that's the reason.
The next HBO movie is No Sudden Move. It's Benicio del Toro, Don Cheadle.
Soderbergh, right?
Yeah. Brendan
I've seen
Fraser, Matt Damon.
Wow, really?
Bunch of people in it. Ray Liotta, John Hamm. Yeah.
You said Brendan Fraser, and then I'm definitely interested now.
I knew I was going to name that for you.
That movie alone
That's
sounds
the-
like it's probably going to be two
It'll
and a half,
probably
3
be
hours.
great. This has an hour and a half, surprisingly. So I don't know.
When's
Yeah.
that hitting the streaming service?
That one comes out July 1st.
Cool. Okay, a few weeks.
Yep. Luca is like the next big one. That's Disney Plus.
Is it the
Friday.
premiere though? You have to pay $30.
I think
No, this-
so. Yeah, the newest Pixar. Oh no, it's
I
free.
don't think Luca is, because they
Oh,
were
okay.
every other one they were driving in like has to be this, and digital first or
Mhm.
whatever the select. And with Luca, they didn't do any of that.
Okay. So it might go directly to Disney Plus. Yeah, I watched a preview for it earlier. Looks like it'll be pretty decent. Takes place in Italy. Also this week, Dave is coming back.
Yes.
Anybody watch Dave?
I
Yeah.
watched that.
No.
No, I watched the first episode. I liked it, but I never finished it.
Mhm.
Oh, it's good, man. You should watch it.
Okay.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's one of the same people, one of the producers, and I
Yeah.
think they did the league too.
Mhm.
And I liked the first episode. It was funny, but I think it was just too many shows at the time. There's too
Yeah.
many shows now that like it's hard to keep track. But like it was good. It was a good show. Like from
Yeah,
what
give
I-
it a chance. You'll like
Okay.
it.
Luca is not Premier Access,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
right on the streaming.
and I was unaware that there's a Sisterhood 3 coming out, and that's going to go straight to Disney Plus.
That's gonna go straight to the back of my queue.
Yep.
I never watched the first two.
It goes straight to the Walmart bin.
What is this?
Sister Act 3.
Oh, Sister Act 3. Okay.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Pile and you're like jackpot.
Who's the sister in this one? Is it gonna be
Tyler
Whoopi
Perry.
again?
This is what he. Yeah.
Medea.
Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna watch that. God damn, that sounds good.
I didn't know there was going to be a Sister Act 3. So that's
Yeah.
Honestly, I
really
thought you
like-
said sisterhood. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
sisterhood of the traveling
Something like
pants.
that.
That's what I thought. Oh, Sister Act. I'm like, I'm thinking of that other shitty traveling pants movie.
I saw the movie, The Unholy.
Yeah, how was it?
Unholy.
with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, yeah?
Yeah. And Sam Raimi produced it. Yeah, I didn't like it. But I like Sam Raimi though.
Yeah, why-
I'm more excited for his Evil Dead stuff, to be honest.
Oh fuck yeah! Why didn't you like the movie though?
It's been done, and it was just honestly really boring to me. I don't know if I was just in a bad mood or if I was hungry or moody or what, but I just thought it was boring.
Okay.
Thing that intrigued me with it, no, I haven't watched it yet. Anytime, I think I was talking to Logan about it. Anytime there's a horror movie with a religious background to it, it's always more eerie for me.
Yeah, same here.
So it's like, that's why I was like, oh, I want to see that, you know?
Truthfully, I like The Conjuring 3 more than that, The Unholy.
Really?
Really?
I mean, I'll probably still watch both, you know, and just see, but I figured when I didn't hear anything about The Unholy from any outlet, I didn't take that as exactly a positive sign, but.
Speaking of Evil Dead, you talked about the video game.
Yeah.
So are they doing another reboot, a sequel to the Jane Levy one, or what?
This is a sequel to the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not the Jane Levy one, Levy, however you pronounce her name. This is a sequel to the originals, and that takes place in
from the cabin to the high rise, basically.
To the high rise of the city, and it's going to be 2 female heroines, basically, taking on the Deadites, and that's pretty much it. All I know is Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell are producing it.
So they're ignoring Ash versus Evil Dead.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like that show, man.
Yeah, me too. It was like one of my
I
favorites.
loved how it ended too. I wanted to see that continue.
Yeah, I was hoping another network would pick it up, but
yeah,
who knows?
I thought Shudder was going to pick it up.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. Maybe he was overplaying the character.
I mean, I could see that, but at the same time, it is such an icon to that.
I know.
You know, like if Robert Englund's like, yeah, I'm going to be in a movie and it's going to be a horror movie. Like, oh, hell yeah. It's like, we all want Freddy. You know, no one wants that Phantom movie he was in.
Yeah, right.
They want another 976 Evil.
Yeah, exactly. Or 10,000 Maniacs. Or no, what was it? 100,000, 10,000 Maniacs was the band. But it was
Natalie Merchant.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta find it. Watch, it's not.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
2001 Maniacs.
That was
2001.
10,000 Maniacs and Natalie Merchant. I'm about to play that song.
Cue it up on the podcast when you're editing it.
This podcast has been sponsored by Natalie Merchant and Sarah McLachlan
in Levi's jeans.
And Levi's jeans.
Yeah, so Evil Dead Rise has me thinking about Dread, that movie Dread, about when they were up in like the, you know, all those apartment buildings and stuff.
I love Dread, yeah.
Yeah, and also Candyman. So like I imagine that with the Deadites going down the halls with the long hall shots and going into different apartment buildings.
Yeah, like in your face shots too, like how they was doing Evil Dead. It's like, whoa.
Probably like a rundown kind of like Cecil Hotel kind of feel, like through the hallways and the, you know, it's probably going to be a low income, high rise is what I'm guessing. And then all the evil escapes.
Aren't they filming it in Canada? I thought I saw something like that.
Probably.
I could be wrong.
Sounds right.
But
they did announce that they were starting to film like a week ago.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm not familiar with the director, Lee Cronin. He did a bunch of horror flicks I've never heard of or seen. So he's directing it.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah. Figured they would go somebody a better director.
Why not the guy who did the remake, or I don't call it remake, or the
Fede Alvarez or whatever is pronounced his name?
Filming is in New Zealand.
New Zealand. There we go.
Yeah.
And Logan, you're the horror guy. Did you check out Fear Street? Do you know that stuff?
The books?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with those books. They're like more aimed at teenagers.
Yeah, I still have some of those books, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailers, look pretty good. I like what's her name? Mia Hawke is in it.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. It's like 3 movies. They go.
I remember they had one called Ski
Different decades.
Weekend, where it was like they were at a ski resort.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Bob, you're back. We were talking about Fear Street.
Oh, the R.L. Stein stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did
you read those when you were growing up too?
Oh yeah. It was before Goosebumps. So my age, 40. So in middle school, Goosebumps weren't thing, but Fear Street was. And those were my favorite because they took a lot of 80s horror tropes out of it.
Yeah, they did.
Like Deadly Night stuff and stuff around those lines. I was really into them.
Yeah, I remember
Ski Weekend. Did you read that one? They were at a ski resort. That's the one I remember.
I don't remember that one.
I remember the one in like the college dorm, like a masked assailant going around trying to kill these chicks. That was a good one.
So I mean, like Goosebumps had always felt too kiddie, but again, we're not the demographic for it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Fear Street felt like horror movie for kids. And that's
Yeah,
I
the
still
trick.
like Goosebumps.
Yeah, me too.
I still like Goosebumps, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I never read them. But then again,
Wow.
like I would high school
I used
reading.
to- Yeah, I used to watch the show a lot. I've read some of the books, but yeah, no, I was very into to Goosebumps more, just because I didn't know Fear Street until literally like they announced this thing for Netflix, and that was like the first time I ever heard about it.
Goosebumps books are huge back in the day. I remember getting the
Yeah,
you know, like book club.
Yeah, the
Scholastics
Scholastic
with all the
book
books
fair.
on them, and yeah, I remember
Mhm.
always looking for the newest Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the book
I
fair.
remember
Coming out next.
I
Say
remember
cheese and
being-
die. All those
Oh yeah,
other-
that one. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I remember being in elementary school and just walking into the Scholastic book fair feeling like a pimp because I got the stack of Goosebumps books.
yeah.
Yep. I remember that.
And I'll get a random Michael Jordan poster or poster of a Ferrari. Yeah. random stuff.
Yeah, the car posters. I remember
Yeah.
those.
The eraser shaped like a motorcycle for some reason.
Yep. Yeah,
Did you guys all have Book It when you were growing up for like? to,
Oh
like,
God, yeah.
promote reading. Yeah,
Yeah.
Those free personal pan pizzas.
free pizza.
That's how we-
Hut.
That's how I ate as a kid.
Still eat it now.
Exactly. If they're like, oh, please read personal pan pizza where no one else gets to decide what it's on. Yes. Well,
Wasn't that whole thing based on like you're saying that you read these books? Like,
oh yeah, there was no. Yeah, you were on the
Okay.
honor system.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to prove it. Like, yeah, I read the book.
Yeah.
Give me a pizza.
And a lot of kid actors were on Goosebumps. Like was Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans, weren't they on Goosebumps?
I think so. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Ryan
but I think so.
Gosling was in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
That one,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, because
Chris Evans was in one. The one with the nerdy kid and they were like, when will the creeps meet? Was that Chris Evans?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
See, Are You Afraid of the Dark? That one was my age. Like that was the one that I remember watching like every Saturday night
That-
after like Clarissa explains it all and stuff. You
Nick,
get
and
Are You
all
Afraid of
that.
the Dark
All that.
and all that.
Yeah, and Snick. Saturday night.
Snick.
Alex Mack.
Yeah, I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
Alex Mack, right?
yeah, I forgot about that. Felt like Goosebumps was not as good as Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Remember
in the
they
show.
did that one with Uncle Phil. He was the narrator. The Nightmare Room. That was
I
on
don't know.
Nightmare
I don't
That one.
remember that.
I don't remember that.
I mean,
Really? Yeah, look it up. They had it was the Nightmare Room. Uncle Phil was the narrator of that show.
The only thing I know him from, other than Fresh Prince, is being Shredder
License to
in the old. Oh
Ninja
yeah, he
Tur-
was the.
He was the
just-
driver's instructor.
He was Shredder in the animated Ninja Turtles
He was
show.
in the 70s
Oh.
show. He was in the 70s show for a little bit.
Was he?
Oh,
Oh, that's right. He was. Yeah, he was like Kelso's like reporting officer or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I've seen that show so much. I remember it was like near the end.
yeah. He was in the beginning of License to Drive, the driver's
That's
test.
right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
My
forgot about
coffee
that.
Don't
Yeah.
spill my
Yeah.
coffee. He puts it up on the dash.
Yo, look it. I'm done with my coffee.
It was in Fletch. I remember him in Fletch. He was like some.
I haven't
He was
seen
like a
Fletch in
henchman in that.
years.
It's always on Peacock, and I watched the second one like last summer for some reason. I enjoyed it for what it was, but the first one's definitely better.
Amado, what do you think of John Hamm as Fletch in the new one? They're making a new
I mean,
Fletch.
it could work. I think like I was real like for that character. I don't know the books. I just know the movies, but I think he could make that kind of humor work for him because like John Hamm's a funny guy and like he can do that kind of because I feel like if they're trying to do that Chevy Chase kind of humor, very dry humor, but like he could still kind of make it broad enough. I think John Hamm could make it work. I want to see John Hamm like do something bigger, like get some kind of lead thing. So I hope it works out for him.
Yeah.
But I think he could make it work. He's one of those guys like he's always in like the comedy stuff. Like I know he like years ago when I got into like podcasts, he was like on an episode like Comedy Bang Bang. He was really good on that, and like he's been on SNL a bunch of times. So I think he could work with the material, like whatever they give him. He could.
He was on an
It will
episode of
it'll
Black
work
Mirror.
for him.
He was on
Oh,
an
yeah, he
episode-
was
I
in Black
forgot
Mirror.
about that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
what?
forgot about that.
Yeah,
He was
the
also
where
one
we're
of the
snowing
better-
in the cabin.
One of the better people in Baby Driver. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, he was good in that too.
And he was good in
Although-
he was good as Kimmy Schmidt. He was the Reverend. I thought he was
That's
really-
right. I forgot about that too. Yeah, he was really funny in that.
Isn't this the second or third time they're trying to bring back Fletch though? Like, has it officially been signed for stuff?
They
They've been trying for a
tried
while.
to do one. I think Zach Braff or some. I think Zach Braff was supposed to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was going to
at
be
some
Son
point.
of Fletch. They had one
Yeah.
attached. Zach Braff was attached. One that Jason Lee or
yeah,
Jason.
Yeah.
Scott Lee. Is
Jason.
that right?
Yeah, the one that plays Brody in
Yeah.
Mallrats and stuff.
My Name
He
is
was
Earl.
supposed to be-
Yeah.
My name is Earl.
Jason
Yeah.
Lee, yeah.
And then this one with John Hamm. So it seems like the age is never the same. Like, I guess they could do Son of Fletch still and put John Hamm as it, or is this going to be him as Fletch?
I think it's him as Fletch.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I heard too.
Yeah, Fletch is pretty old, so this, especially this generation doesn't really know who Fletch is, so they could just make it just be Fletch.
Which is a shame because Chevy Chase is such an asshole, but the movies were so good.
Yeah.
Movies are great, but
Yeah,
you're like, oh, Chevy
notorious
Chase
asshole.
wasn't. He was
That
a
ha-
dick
Yeah,
about
that
it.
happened with my mom the other day. We were watching like some Chevy Chase stuff. Like last summer, I was just going to like a bunch of old movies of his, and my mom was like, why isn't he a thing anymore? I was like, yeah, because he's like an asshole. Like nobody likes him. That's why you don't see him anymore.
When you get killed off of a Dan Harmon show, you've reached a whole new level. When an extremely autistic man goes, "No, what? No, you're a little bit too much of an asshole for me." That's when you know what, you might not be in the right part of this world,
Yeah.
But I mean, like, no, what was it? Steve Martin Short. They don't want anything to do with them. They tried to do a anniversary thing for Three Amigos. They wouldn't do it. I mean, anyone who was on SNL with them hates them.
I think he got kicked off. He used to fight people at SNL.
Yeah, he
beat
tried
up
to fight
Bill
Joel
Murray.
McHale on Community and kept calling Donald Glover the N-word. And he's like,
Really?
"I can't say that." He's like, "No, Richard Pryor told me I could say that."
What?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I'll send you some of the stuff. Yeah, like Donald Glover hates them, man. And yeah, he held Joel McHale up, was like threatening to beat him up. Like, oh, all right. Well.
Fuck.
That's wild. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, but the funny thing is the fact that he would say, "Oh, Richard Pryor told me I could say it," when that was a sketch in SNL where it would never fly any other time than that day. Like, I think even the next day they wouldn't have been able to be shot. Where he's just using every derogatory term, and apparently that gave him the right to call Donald Glover the N-word and all that stuff.
Donald Glover should have laid his ass out.
Right? He's so old and
McHale. McHale's pretty buff. You figure he would.
I think it's the fact of the stature. You know what I mean? You don't want to hit the legend, if you will. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I bet had they known everyone else hated his ass, someone would have taken him out back.
Yeah.
Remember what they did when they carried on with the show, and I forgot who was the guest star in Community, and the guy's like, "Oh, can I sit here? Can I sit here?" And like everyone's like, "No, you can't sit there." Britta sits there. No, Annie sits there, and then he goes to Chevy Chase's chair. He's like, "Oh, can I sit here? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can sit there."
Was that Jack Black?
Was it Jack Black?
Well, I know Jack Black was in Community for like 2 episodes trying to be part
Maybe
of
Jack Black, yeah. But everyone's like, "Yeah, you can sit there. Doesn't matter."
That show was so good, and then the 6th season came in.
I like all of it.
I haven't finished the 6th season. I make it a couple in, and then I fall back. But
Is that the one with Mike from Breaking Bad?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
I like that.
Keith David.
Yes, I like that season. It's total because it was on Yahoo Screen. I remember too.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the big innovative next wave of streaming that was going to happen.
And it looked cheap.
That thing
So,
was a pain to use because I think I was watching Community as it was like weekly, and they would put on Yahoo Screen. That thing was a pain to use,
Yes, I
like
remember
just
it
to
was a
watch
pain,
an
yes.
episode. Yeah, But
But
like,
we got our 6 seasons. Everyone said they're down for the movie, including Donald Glover. So now we just got to try to make it happen. No one else is doing anything big. I mean, Alison Brie's got a good movie career, and Joel McHale's got TV shows, but they already said the story would revolve around Troy and LeVar Burton being out at sea, and apparently towards some part in the 6th season, there's news going on in the background. It talks about how a pirates had taken over a a yacht. It's supposed to be LeVar Burton and Troy, and that was going to set up for the movie. They have to go and rescue them from these pirates. Which I'd watch the hell out of that.
And, the Russo brothers should direct it too.
I'd be behind it.
It wouldn't. It could also be like, it would just be a Netflix movie. It wouldn't be like a regular movie, like a theater.
Yeah, no, like El Camino. Like it went straight to. And honestly, I think there's a big enough fan base. Because on Facebook, I'm part of like 3 different community groups. One of them is just darkest timeline stuff. And they'll run across like a picture of Danny Pudi in another show. And they're like, do you think this Abed does this? And it's just, whatever. But I think there's a big enough big enough community.
Especially with the quarantine last year. They released it right in the quarantine. And people who never watched that show were saying like, the show is amazing. I'm like, yes, I know. I watched it when it was on. And no one loved it. No one gave it love.
No, I watched it from the beginning, and I bought seasons as they came out, and like that's when I became a fan of Ken Jeong, and like all that show is so good. Yeah, no one shows it any love.
Yeah.
Any paintball episode. Logan, you ever seen Community?
A few episodes, not the whole series.
The first season, it's a couple episodes are rough, but once you get into the swing of it, by the 2nd season, it flies by.
The first season's basically just because it was an NBC Thursday show, so it's just basically a typical sitcom.
Yeah.
Once it got season 2, like Harmon started saying like, "Well, I can do whatever I want now." It just starts getting weirder and weirder.
You name a monkey Annie's boobs. And yelling, "Where's Annie's boobs?" We get it. The monkey's name is Annie's boobs. Shut up.
Like I know everyone hates Chevy Chase, but I love. There's an episode where they're trying to get Abed laid.
Oh yeah.
And, like, they're all trying to like be nice about it, and like Pierce, he's like, "I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. You gotta do it this way. You gotta do this way. Like you are a 25-year-old Muslim Polish virgin. No matter how that story ends, it's gonna end in an explosion."
That shows. I'm gonna have to do a rewatch. Well, unfortunately, what was it? Prime. It's off of Prime now, and they were the only ones who kept the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons episode up because Netflix took it off.
Oh, really?
Because Ken Jeong puts on he's a black elf. And they're like, well, that's blackface. Like, no, that is flat out blacker than Wesley Snipes paint because that's a dark elf in any D&D or any sci-fi. And they didn't like that. And it's one of the funnier episodes when poor Fat Neil we're coming up real bad, Logan. You gotta watch the show because it actually gets really good, I promise.
Definitely.
Is that one going to end up on Peacock though? Because it was an NBC show.
I don't know. Maybe Netflix didn't have it for a while. Like when I first got Netflix years ago, I had it, and then it went away for a while. Now it's back. Although it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been binging Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I love that show, and it's another show I love that no one really talks about.
I fell off of that a couple seasons ago. Yeah, it is supposed to end.
Yeah, like the day after my birthday, they said August 12th. It's ending. But it stayed good though. It was still good the last few seasons.
Anyway, before we went on our fuck Chevy Chase rant, that ended the Community.
Me and Uncle Henry always comment on his pictures, and he likes it. Likes our comments.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Chevy Chase does?
Yeah. We always say something funny.
We'll tag each other on there and then say something stupid by it, and then he'll like it. He hasn't commented, but he always likes it whenever you get the notifications.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase. Like,
Big part of
Sitting there in his glasses. Those boys are wild.
yeah, we're always like we always say like Uncle Chevy or something. Hey, Uncle Chevy.
Try to get him on the podcast, man. No one wants him. We'll take
Yeah.
tell your story, Chevy. Come on, clear the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah,
Tell us
he's
you're
de-
really nice.
he's definitely an asshole, but I grew up with his movies.
I mean, his acting speaks for itself, you know,
Especially-
his movies and everything.
Caddyshack when he's all coked out.
I've tried to talk to people to watch Funny Farm because I love it.
Funny
That's a
Farm
great
is
movie.
good.
That's
a
another
funny
Chevy
That's a
Chase
good
movie
one.
that's so good.
I remember that movie poster.
He's on the
The
mower,
tractor.
right?
Yeah, the mower, the tractor,
With the
whatever.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good one.
Like our neighbor has a dog, and when they let him out, the dog runs right for this wooded area back there, and I almost lose it every time because it just reminds me of Funny Farm. He's like, "Dog," and it just keeps running.
Want to talk about some of our favorite fight scenes?
There's one that I think everyone should. Well, no, never mind. I can't say that. Although it's right over Henry's shoulder. With Keith David
Yeah,
Rodney.
Yes.
that's what I was
Piper,
gonna
the
say.
most
That was number
amazing
one.
fight
Yeah.
scene of all time. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
honestly first thing. Keith David Roddy Piper. That
Yes.
fight scene is still
Put on
one
the
of my
glasses.
favorites.
It's like 10 minutes long. It never ends.
Yeah.
That,
They
that's
do
the
it
fact
and they
spoofed
even mention it in
Park.
South Park. Not today.
Yeah, they spoofed it.
It's so over the top, but it's a classic.
Yeah.
Number one on my list always.
He finally decks him at the end and puts the glasses over his eyes, picks him up, and turns him so he looks finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Funko,
Just
had to
the
go and
glasses
make-
are dangling. He's like,
Yeah.
Funko just made a They Live two They Live pops. So you got Roddy and
oh,
then
nice.
one of the aliens, but the chase is black and white. So I
Really?
pre-ordered both and
Cool.
hope that I got the NECA figure that I found in a store. It didn't come out that long ago, but I haven't seen it in the store since. And then my buddy's father owns a candy shop over in St. Charles, which is a little bit away, and they have the Roddy Piper all out of bubblegum soda. So it's got him
Wow.
with the shotgun. It says I'm all out of bubblegum, and it's bubblegum flavored pop.
Wow.
Cool.
Very cool.
But no, that was the number one fight. Like, I just wanted to make sure. I figured someone else was going to say it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that one. Oh, I like every fight scene in the Raid 2, that Indonesian movie.
Yeah.
Every
Amazing
scene
fight
that-
scenes.
Especially
Awesome.
the kitchen one.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about was Rocky versus the Russian.
Yep.
That's
I
probably
was
my-
thinking Rocky versus Clubber too.
Yeah.
When he has to get revenge. Yeah, they did a good job with those. I mean, it wasn't like realistic, obviously, but just this way they did slow motion in some parts, or had them talking to each other. Like when he gets hit, he's like, "Ugh," you know, like
Yeah.
they did a good job. Like, you know, with the fights, you were really cheering at the end for him to pull through.
You know, speaking of Rocky, that's the one with Mr. T. That's like
Mhm.
one of my favorite
There-
movie quotes of all
Yeah.
time. When he's like, "Hey woman,
Hey, woman.
talking to you, woman."
That's one I don't remember as much.
Mhm.
Part 3.
That's the one where Rocky lets all the fame go to his head. He's the champ now. In the beginning, he's on all the covers of the magazines. He's winning every fight. And then so Clubber Lang's like the up and coming guy that's beating everybody. And, you know, Rocky's obviously pays for all his training. He hires the best everybody. He's real rich. He's got fancy clothes now. He doesn't take it seriously. He has a monkey in like his
Yeah.
training, and all the press just
Robot.
watching him. So
No,
he
I
doesn't
think
take
the
it
robot,
seriously.
the robot was
The
number
robot
4.
was 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy birthday,
yeah,
Polly.
I thought the
Yeah.
robot was in part 3. Yeah, I remember
Well,
that.
yeah, 3 initially he has a charity match with Hulk Hogan, who's Thunder Lips in there. They have a match in there. Thunder Lips throws him out of the ring. They kind of get into a real scrap in that. And they become friends. He takes a picture with this kid. But then, yeah, Clubber Lang beats him. Mickey dies. And then Rocky has to avenge that. And he trains with Apollo to, you know, defeat
Then you
Clubber.
get the most homoerotic
Yeah,
Kingston's
the
Top
beach scene.
Gun where they're running on the beach.
Throwback
Like trying to
Yeah.
do this awkward
Short
jump,
shorts.
not working.
That's me
They
and
just
Uncle
look like
Henry.
they're like, yeah, water, and it's like, oh,
You know, you brought up a good point, Bob. the next topic, movie couples, the best movie couples.
Apollo and Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Rocky 3 specifically, because they both have the tights, the little real high up shorts.
Yeah.
They end in almost an embrace. I mean, it's a paused fight scene, but still.
Right.
I put Rocky and Apollo in the first movie just because, like, even to this day, when they fight and at the end he goes, "You're not getting it again." He's like, "I don't want it." Like, for some reason, I always thought that was the greatest thing of the fact that, like, he came up, they fought this whole time, and he's like, "You're not getting a rematch." He's like, "Yeah, I don't want to fight again."
Yeah.
Well, little did we know, but
Right.
it's such a nice final thing.
Yeah.
I also put Kill Bill, Uma
Yes.
Thurman versus the 88s.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Those are great. Love those.
I mean, any Kill Bill scene, honestly, but
Yeah.
the one with the
Daryl
crazy
Hannah
88s.
and the crazy
Yeah.
88s is the best for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I put Captain America versus Iron Man.
Civil War.
Yeah, but it's also the one where kind of Bucky's with them too. They're both throwing the shield to do it. Like, that fight scene was so great. And my last one is the movie The Warrior. You guys remember the movie Warrior with Tom Hardy?
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy, Nick
that
Nolte.
movie's awesome.
Yeah, so at their final fight where, brother versus brother, I thought that was I don't know how many of these are good fights or just stuffs that really capitalized in the movie and, like, kind of gave you a better story outlook.
Emotional impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warrior's a movie that never got love either. Like, I thought
Yeah,
a lot
I remember
of
that,
people should
yeah.
have been talking about that movie.
Yeah.
That was one of my introductions to nowadays Tom Hardy. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Me too. Yep.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys, but I saw the new Guy Ritchie movie, The Wrath
Oh,
of
Wrath of
Man.
Man.
Yeah, maybe because I went in with very low expectations, but I really liked it.
that's the one with Statham, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Statham. Isn't Clint's son is in it?
Scott Eastwood is in it. Yeah.
Scott Eastwood. So it wasn't too bad.
No, not at all. No. Like, if you go in with low expectations, yeah, it's great.
What's it compared to as far as Guy Ritchie movies? Is it like a lot of them, or is it
Like
something
Snatch or like
separate?
in his
Um,
early movies.
I would say early movies like Snatch, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lock, Stock.
It has his Guy Ritchie-isms, so yeah.
Mhm.
If that's a word, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hey Bob, you ever see since you're on the Tom Hardy thing, you ever see Locke?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
movie.
In the car, yeah. Mhm.
That's when I knew I'm like, this guy's amazing. Can I do anything?
I watched him with that. He was up in a lot of littler movies and he really built up.
Mhm.
And that's after he made a pretty decent living in the UK of just steady work.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's been in at least one Guy Ritchie film, right? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, everything screams put him in a Guy Ritchie movie.
I don't know.
I don't
Is
think
it?
so.
I don't
Look it
think
I
up.
think so.
I
Uh-uh.
feel like
Could
that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll put that down in the people that should work together thingamajig, even though those were actors. I'd like to see
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Hardy and Guy Ritchie
was
work.
He was in Rock and Roller.
Rock and roll, okay.
Oh,
Was
okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember him that.
I think I didn't see that one, so I don't know.
Rock and roller wasn't,
was the guy
wasn't
from
one of the better
Service.
ones. At least personally. I liked Lock, Stock.
I like The Gentleman.
Match. I
love
still
it.
have yet to watch The
That was
Gentleman.
Really? Oh, The Gentleman's good.
They're doing a TV spinoff.
Oh, really?
I heard
I
that.
think so, yeah, with the characters, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, Colin Farrell was awesome in that movie.
He was, yeah.
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 I think I may have said this on the podcast. That's a very rare example of where the movie I like, but the characters I love, because to me that movie's all about the characters more than the story. The story is actually secondary compared to the characters.
Colin Farrell has the best line in that movie when his henchmen are arguing, the black one and the white one, and the white one calls like the black guy a black cunt, and the black henchman's like, he can't say that, that's racist. And Colin Farrell's like, no, it's really not, because let's face the facts, you are black and you are a cunt. Yeah, for me, the fights I got are I know it's unpopular, but I like Bane versus Batman in Dark Knight Rises. The end fight,
No, that I
fighting
like
for the
that.
Yeah,
city.
it's a good one.
That is a good
Yeah,
one.
it's a good one because you feel like it's the emotion of it. Like you feel
Right.
like
Mhm.
you feel.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Inception. The hallway scene is
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got the Kingsman when he, in the church, I think it
The
is.
church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Bob, correct me if I'm wrong. In the comic, that wasn't a church. It was at a wedding. They did that.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. In the wedding? That's
It
in
was
the
a
wedding?
wedding, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. And just a little funny one. I love Anchorman. Big
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
God, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Come
which one?
meditate.
There's the first one, then there's a second one where ESPN and the Canadian sports and MTV, they don't get in on the second movie.
Samuel Jackson.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Rick killed the guy. Yeah. Guy on a horse. Trident.
Trident. Yeah, where'd you get a trident? When he's running with the grenade.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
then they
get.
did the sequel with Harrison Ford. He turned into a werewolf. Bob's guy Will Smith was in it.
Yeah. Another unneeded Will Smith cameo, which is, I believe that's the name of Jada Pinkett Smith's memoir title. Another horrible Will Smith cameo. It's just about their marriage. It's really I bet it's going to be a real page turner.
I forgot about your hate about Will Smith.
It's like, just stop putting him in things. He's not good in them anymore.
Will Smith's in 35 movies this year.
Like, for example, like in sports fans, like if there's a player that everyone loves but they're not doing shit, get them off the team. Don't let them play. And yet here comes Will Smith with another 12 movies he's in.
Right.
Like he was in one with Margot Robbie. Nobody remembers that movie.
Focus,
Focus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Focus. Oh, never mind. Now I'll remember.
I'm the one guy who remembers.
I remember that because Margot Robbie was hot in that black bikini.
Yeah, and he just
like
follows
you.
her in every movie, which I don't blame him. But
No, that's the thing. Like, I wish maybe it's not with him. Maybe I just don't like the casting people who are like, yeah, let's put Deadshot as Will Smith. That's a terrible idea. Never mind. We're moving on.
Let's get back to fights, boys. Come on.
Yeah, I got to fight. I'm thinking Ryan Gosling and Only God Forgives at the end.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
With the Cliff
Yeah.
Martinez score. I fucking love that, dude. That's a
Yeah.
great movie. He only says 17. He has 17 lines in that movie. There's like no dialogue.
Oh,
Really?
Ryan Gosling has 17 lines in the entire movie.
Want to fight?
Yeah, I want to fight, and then
Yeah.
like,
One of the lines.
yeah, that was it. I love that scene in that movie. I think it's an underrated movie. It's on Hulu right
That
now.
was
If
awesome.
you guys haven't seen it, it's really good.
I like the end of John Wick 3. There's that fight scene where he keeps going through the glass, and he just keeps
Yeah.
getting thrown into one piece of glass, and then he keeps getting thrown to the other one. And then like the guy that he's fighting, he's like, "Oh, I've been trying to meet you for a long time, and so far you haven't disappointed." Like
I
that part
remember
was
that.
fun.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Like I also like and there's the opening scene too where he's in the library and people are like throwing daggers at him, and then he just keeps getting like that
With the
like I just
book.
like yeah with the book, and then he stabs that one guy's head with the book.
Which one is it? He uses the horse. I like that one.
It's in the third one, I
Is
think.
it the
Third
third
one.
one? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's at the beginning because I remember
Horse
one
in the ass,
guy.
like, the horse
Yeah.
kicks the guy in the face. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Speaking of John Wick, what about Enter the Dragon, the Hall of Mirrors? Because they did something like that in John Wick 2.
Oh, that is an epic fight scene.
That was a big nod to that. Yeah. Enter the Dragon for sure. That's classic fight scenes
Yep.
in that movie. That's the one Chuck Norris, right, where he pulls his chest hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not in that exact scene, but that movie.
Right. No, not in that scene. Yeah, but in Enter the Dragon.
And Jim
lot of
Kelly
fight
was in
scenes.
it back in the day, yeah.
Jim Kelly. Yeah. Kareem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget Kareem was in that one.
In the same vein as the John Wick movies, the bathhouse scene in Eastern Promises with Viggo
Oh, yeah.
Mortensen.
Yeah. Good one.
Full Monty, he's naked, beating everybody's ass in there. Really gritty scene, fight scene.
They're supposed to make a sequel to that movie, I think. Eastern Promises. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think
that would
I've
be
seen it.
interesting.
Doesn't sound familiar.
You got to see it. Cronenberg.
It's a good
yeah,
one.
it's, who directed that?
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg. Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah,
I
you should
also
watch it.
Mortensen,
Rush him
and who
out.
was the girl? The girl was on a real hot streak at that point. She was from Coyote Ugly 2, correct?
Piper, what's her name?
Piper
Not Piper
Perabo.
Perabo.
No,
Hold on.
trying to think. I know. Naomi Watts.
Yeah, nobody watched.
Oh, Naomi Watts was the blonde there. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Watch it, Logan. For
Yeah,
sure.
that one
It's a
came
good
out
movie.
years ago.
Didn't he do the history of violence too?
Yeah, that was his
Yeah.
follow-up to
Yeah.
History of Violence.
Yeah, 2007 Eastern Promises.
Yeah, 2005 was History of Violence.
History of Violence had the girl from Coyote Ugly.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Yep, you're right.
Bello, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. No,
That movie had pretty good fight sequences too.
Mhm.
The History of Violence. He smashes that guy's nose up to his face.
Oh yeah.
also, I think he wins every fight because he's naked. Like, I'll be honest, if a dude's gonna try to fight me and all of a sudden like he's naked, I don't want to do that. I don't know what he's capable of at that point. I mean, another one I loved was at the end of Phantom Menace, where you have Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan against Darth Maul,
yeah.
and he's got
Oh
like,
yeah.
that was an epic, even though the movie was kind of lackluster, and that fight scene though, that was fantastic, you know.
Yeah, Darth Maul was badass in that movie.
E2 had a pretty epic ending with T1000 versus the T800.
That was good
That's a
too.
good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Lord of the Rings, when they first fight as a group in the tombs.
Oh yeah,
I like that. That's my
That's
favorite.
really cool.
That's my favorite battle in the entire trilogy.
that's a pretty awesome one.
The
They
big
just-
troll.
Are they making a game now? I saw Amazon made a big announcement, the Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah, I can't
It's-
remember the subtitle. They just announced it a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be a huge RPG thing,
Mm-hmm.
which they should have done years ago. But I guess years ago the EverQuest was still a thing.
I know they're
like,
making a
"Oh,
Gollum game too. You play as Gollum through the scenarios of the film, the original films.
Really?
Yeah.
This
I'm
new
probably the only
streaming.
one on here who's never seen a Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
Oh,
None of the
really?
new,
Yeah.
none of the. No, I saw the
Oh.
old '70s ones, and I read the books
Shit.
as a kid.
You
and I've
gotta-
never watched the movies. I have
You've
them
gotta
in my
watch
DVD
'em.
rack, the extended versions. I just never.
Oh,
Wow, they're awesome, dude.
They're awesome. Yeah, you'll love them, dude.
I just rewatched all of them recently,
Yeah, I
maybe
gotta rewatch
6
those.
months ago. It really,
The,
it's
the
still hold
show
up.
that's coming on the streaming service is the most expensive show or maybe even movie ever produced. Like, I can't remember how many hundreds of millions of dollars.
She's like
they have in this.
540. They said.
It just
Wow.
flops. It flops. Nobody watches it.
Bezos is like, whatever.
They
Yeah,
lost
it's like
all in a
half
couple
of
days.
like dropping $5 to him.
They lost
Yeah.
They lost a $500 million.
What
Crazy.
service is Amazon getting the show too?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
Prime exclusive. Yeah.
I feel like Amazon takes more of a risk when it comes to some of their shows. Like,
because they have the
Not
money
full-
to do it. You know,
I guess like Upload. I love that show, and I don't know many people who've watched that one. But like The Boys, that was a risky thing, you know, because not all comic book movies or shows are really hitting.
Right.
We saw Jupiter's Legacy. We saw all the other stuff.
Did you read the reason why that show got canceled?
Something
No,
about the budget.
Yeah, like
it was
the
like
director-
200 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah, the director left. Like I think one of the directors left halfway through, and they had to get another guy. And like he's like, yeah, I'll keep it underneath budget. But then the budget was inflating every episode.
Jeez.
shit. So they did like a Swamp Thing kind of thing. Got
Yeah.
canceled because of the budget, going over the budget.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford it.
I wish
Well, Logan,
Swamp Thing didn't fall that way. Swamp Thing was great.
Hmm.
Logan, what do you think about Rob Zombie and the Monsters?
Is that a TV show or a movie he's doing?
I think it's a TV
It's a
show.
movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it was
thought
Movie
a-
it
I
based
heard it
on the
was a
TV
movie.
show.
I'm not excited. He's gonna probably ruin it for me.
be so weird.
He was on Instagram riding in the coach.
Yeah, I
with,
saw that.
Her Eddie Munster.
Yeah, the old Munsters car.
Yeah.
He loves the Munsters. If you remember MTV Cribs, he actually has like a
Oh.
Munsters collection in his house or something.
Yeah.
The only problem is we all know damn well his wife's going to be Lily.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I know
that's what
exactly.
ruins it.
Right away, you know that. Yeah.
With Tim Burton, with the same thing. As soon as Tim Burton, we were like, "Oh, where's
Helen
he
Bonham
putting
Carter.
Helena at?"
As
So
soon as you
I-
can say Tim Burt, I say Helena Bonham Carter, whatever her name is. She's in
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
that's why-
really-
Hopefully he doesn't though. Like there is a possibility he doesn't do it. Is it a big possibility? No. But it's
No.
just a
You're going to see
possibility.
everybody from all his movies.
And
Yeah,
he
well-
used to have the gas station rednecks and the Munsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll hillbillied up somehow.
Yeah, I'm not too excited for it. I love the original show. And I think he's just gonna ruin it.
I remember they did. I mean, didn't they do it like 10 years ago? It was
the
Eddie Izzard.
Mockingbird Lane show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Izzard.
Oh.
What's his
Portia
name?
de Rossi was in it.
Jerry McConnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was. They tried to do a modern take, and they called it something Mockingbird Lane or whatever the address was for the monsters. Yeah, it was a modern, like they wanted sexy Frankenstein for her, and that's why it went with like Jerry O'Connell and Eddie Izzard was Grandpa. Although honestly, if Zombie's looking for a grandpa, still Eddie Izzard would be an amazing get. Like I love Eddie Izzard. God, I really hope he doesn't put Sherry in as Lily because
Going through, man.
Sherry's like 50, like she's 50 now.
Yep.
I'm not saying 50 can't be sexy. I'm just saying stop putting your wife in everything. Like she was appropriate in the character baby. She did like that's exactly
Yeah.
And then as Michael's mom, I get it, cool, whatever. But just stop. She don't need to be in everything.
He was in 31. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 31.
I still haven't watched that one.
It's not terrible, but
Richard
it's not.
Brake is what makes that movie good.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then he gets reduced to nothing in 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
Although I will tell this about Ben, he is very quick. I was at C2E2, it was the last C2E2 we had, and this was going up to the fact that I knew I was going to need my first surgery on my leg. So I couldn't walk a lot. So I was like, well, I'll grab a wheelchair. So I was wheeling around there and I stood up and I was talking to him and I went to sit and I didn't put the locks in on the wheelchair. So I fell and he grabbed real quick and he like got me. And I was like, oh yeah, boy, he's like, Jesus Christ, kid, you know, and he's laughing all that. But he's an awesome dude. And I did not know he was in Game of Thrones. Like
Yeah,
he was the
Night
original
King.
White Walker. Or
The
White
Night-
King,
the-
there it is.
The Night King, yeah. He was. He's a good actor. So you
I
know,
had him sign the Disco Suck shirt that came with the Blu-ray of 3 from Hell. And he put there will be no, I can't remember, there will be no fucking, all right, talk real quick, man. I gotta figure out what the hell he wrote.
so we all have Richard Brake and Bill Moseley in the new Munsters then.
You start the Handmaid's Tale yet?
No.
It's good this season, man.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
Just haven't had
it's
time.
really good. You watch it with Molly?
Yeah.
You guys watch, oh yeah, you guys will like the season. It's a
Yeah.
big payoff season too.
Yeah, we just gotta watch it. Yeah, we just gotta watch the newest season.
Yeah, I think Wednesday's the last episode.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's always intense.
Oh no, that show's not for the faint of heart.
No. Yeah, we just watched Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah, I want to watch
God,
that. You guys
that
are
show
going
was
crazy
so
about
good.
that.
So good.
Yeah, it
but
was really good.
everybody
Yeah.
was talking about it, so we ended
And
up
the
watching
Emmy
it.
goes
How's the
too.
music? How's the score? Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Really good.
How is,
Everything- Everything
how's
about
the
it was great.
computers?
Really good.
Evan's
good?
good.
I like computers. I always root for him.
Yeah, I did not I didn't realize it was him. Like I knew who it was. It just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He was an adult now. You know what I mean? It's weird to say
He
it, but
wasn't
like
silly in this. Yeah.
He played it straight. Yeah, there's no comedy.
Yeah.
Very serious. But he was good. Really good. Played the partner to Kate Winslet's character.
I just realized the other day, like I've seen Wolf of Wall Street a bunch of times. I did not know that was Ethan Suplee.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I see it, I'm like, how could I have not seen that was Ethan Suplee?
Have you seen what he looks like now, like on Instagram?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's buff.
He looks like Braun Strowman or something like that.
He was
Yeah.
just on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Rogan's, yeah.
I watched
He has
that.
his own podcast that he does about his like weight loss journey and
He did
working
one
out
with
and stuff.
Kevin Smith. Like they were talking about
Oh
like,
yeah,
weight
yeah,
loss.
he was on there.
Yeah.
he was in he was also in the beginning of The Hunt too.
Yeah.
He was, yeah.
Yes.
It was. It's popping up
Always-
a lot now.
I always decide with that his character in Mallrats because I can never see those damn paintings either.
I honestly think he could be like a action star now for like the modern.
Yeah.
Just from the
Yeah.
way he looks, yeah.
It's funny because he has the same voice, obviously. He just looks completely different.
Yeah.
But when I hear his voice, I'm like, oh yeah, that's him.
He could be in a relaunch of Badass if they want to remake the Danny Trejo classic. Now just put him in it and boom, now you got it. Has anyone else been watching Sweet Tooth?
I watched
No,
the
not yet.
first two yesterday. It's okay. Not loving it so far.
I never read the comic, so I didn't feel the need to watch the show.
The comic again, comics and show go like this, like they parallel, but not by much. It's good. It also the only thing is the tone reminds me a lot of Utopia and the end of the world stuff like that, but it does have a really good story. So I really enjoyed this so far. I'm not done with the first season, but
when did the comics come out, Bob? What year?
let me see. Dex was 8 years roughly.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure if they came out a while ago, I did read some of them.
Well, so the funny thing is like, I guarantee you people who don't realize it's a comic are watching it going, they're copying all the shit from right now. It's like, no, there was actually an illness. There was actually like, this was a story. It's good. Like, I love the series. So seeing this, it's got to be out longer than 8 years, probably 9 or 10 now, but it was under Vertigo, which was the adult. Now they changed it to Black Label, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, the first episode with Will Forte was pretty good.
Yeah, give it a look. I mean, it's not going to be something that'll change your life, but it's a good one.
Yeah, for me, I guess it just reminds me of a bunch of other shows I've seen. I guess it's not grabbing me yet.
It came out September 2009 is when it came out.
Okay.
And Jeff Lemire, who is just awesome anyway.
How many episodes have you watched so far, Bob?
I'm up to 8. I think episode 8. Believe so. It's good. They obviously have taken liberties from the source material, but I thought it was worth it so far.
Yeah, it was like #1 on trending on Netflix.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of buzz.
I couldn't figure out good movies with bad actors. I can't think of one. What do you guys think?
I mentioned Patrick Wilson earlier.
Huh?
I mentioned Patrick Wilson earlier. That's why that's the only one I really thought of, but it is an interesting idea, though.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
I got Jennifer Lawrence in all the X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah.
She fucking phones it in every movie. She was the worst part. I liked some of the newer ones, but I just could not stand her. I don't really like her as an actress that much anyways.
She's kind of disappeared anyway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say mine was gonna be a bad pick, but I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but I hate Michael Cera in it because Michael Cera plays Michael Cera in every movie. And this one is the one I could be like, okay, I could see him as it, but I really, really wanted to change. I don't know. I think I would have liked it better without Michael Cera. It's nothing against him. It's just he's the same person. For some reason, I didn't like it. But I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I just think it could have been better without him.
He was good at Molly's Game.
Oh, God, I forgot he was even in that. See?
Yeah, he was Tobey Maguire. You know that's Tobey Maguire, right, Bob?
Huh?
You know that's Tobey Maguire. He's supposed to be playing in Molly's Game, Michael Cera.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, dude. Tobey Maguire's a piece of shit in real life. Like that.
I've heard that story.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch Molly's Game because I remember knowing it was a true story, but
yeah,
I've come across like 4 different stories about that whole thing. And then I was like, well, maybe I should read that and then watch it and see what it's based with, you know?
I don't remember them calling him Toby or Maguire in the movie though.
No, it's Player X.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But he was a well-known fixture in that, like the card games. And Michael Cera was playing like an actor celebrity in it.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're saying that like Tobey Maguire would play off the image because Tobey Maguire would look at him. He's like, it's kind of like dorky and like innocent. And that's what he said he would do. He would use that to lure people in, and then he would fuck them over.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's why he doesn't do movies. You don't see him in movies. So
that's another guy like Chevy Chase. Like you don't see him in movies because like he's hated in Hollywood. I think.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
That's why I'm surprised they're even talking about him being in Far From Home, Near From Home.
Yeah, that's his
Home Alone. One of the.
I don't think it's gonna happen. Like the more it goes, I'm like, I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't know if that's what they do, but yeah, I've heard Maguire's a just unbelievable asshole.
And him and Leo are like best friends.
Which is why he's in Leo movies. I think he was in The Great Gatsby for no damn reason.
Yeah.
You ever see those things online people do is they take scenes from Spider-Man 3 and they put it into like Marvel movies. You ever see Police?
I've seen a couple. I've seen one where they
Tobey Maguire. It's called.
just him dancing. I've seen them put in different things.
They put him in other stuff. I'm trying to think of a good one. Well, they put him in Star Wars when Mace Windu basically confronts Palpatine, knowing Palpatine knows that he's behind everything. And in the actual movie, doesn't Palpatine shoot like lightning at him,
Mhm.
and like he reflects it off his lightsaber? Well, what they do is they take the part when Peter Parker is like being a badass in 3. It's like dancing like this, and so like he's humping the air, and like that reflects the lightning off. Yeah, I'll set it on the text stream. It's hilarious.
Which is a shame because Tobey Maguire was actually in some movies that I enjoyed. I actually liked Pleasantville. Like
It was awesome. Man.
I thought it was
Ice
good. Who
Storm,
would've- Which one?
The Ice Storm. You ever see the Ice Storm?
Ice Storm was good.
Yeah.
Cider House Rules was another one that I was like, oh shit, that's when I was like, the kid actually acts. And then wah.
Sorry, lads, I had to run to the bathroom.
And he was good in Brothers. I thought he was really good in Brothers.
Yeah, I like that movie.
You know what? Yeah, I totally forgot he was in that one.
Yeah, he played
Him and Jake Gyllenhaal. That was a damn good movie.
Yeah, he was good as like a guy who suffered, obviously the PTSD that goes along with war.
What about Tarantino in Tarantino movies? Is he?
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, he's a terrible actor. Just stands out. It's obvious it's him. Django.
He's bad in, Django, yeah. Django was
Yeah.
bad in
I liked him in
Yeah, he's trying to do Australian.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, that's his
Dawn is
best.
good. Yes.
Yeah, I liked him in that.
But I think that's
Yeah.
more of a Robert Rodriguez movie instead of a Quentin
It is, yeah.
Tarantino. So
Right,
Tarantino in
right.
his own movies is terrible.
Oh,
Him and
like-
someone else's art.
you're right. My bad.
Was
Oh,
Tarantino in Inglourious Bastards? Like, no, I'm trying
I
I
to-
don't think so.
think
Oh,
he
they-
showed up in that. No, he was in Pulp Fiction,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was in Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
What about,
Once Upon a Time in Mexico. That
Yes.
was Robert Rodriguez. Yeah.
I started one. Steven Seagal, bad actor. I like his movie. Where's Steve Ritchie?
Kevin, you mentioned The Dark Knight Rises for fight scenes.
Yeah.
What about Catwoman? Anne Hathaway is kind of bland in that movie. Good movie, but not a good performance from her.
Yeah.
She was okay. It's just, Nolan doesn't know how to write women. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the, Katie Holmes, even in Batman Begins.
Yeah, she was bad in that.
Mhm.
And I didn't really care for Gyllenhaal in the Dark Knight, the sequel. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, out of the 3 women roles, like hers was the best. Well, actually, Talia was the best because she got to be the conniving. He did that really well. Maybe Nolan just doesn't like a lot of women. He just likes them to be like backstabbers.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think Eva Green from like 302 and all of that, she should have been Catwoman in that movie.
yeah.
She should be Lily in Rob Zombie's Monsters.
She did,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good casting right there. I could see that.
Which means it won't happen, and
No,
but
you're getting
Right.
Sherry Moon.
it'll be Sherry Moon. Bill
Sure.
Mosley will be Grandpa. We all see this happen.
It's just Otis. He just
Yeah,
plays
exactly.
like Otis.
Same costume.
Now, Logan, if that guy in your arm, Captain from
Captain
Oh.
Spaulding.
would he be Grandpa if he was still alive?
Yes, absolutely. I could see that. He was great in all the movies.
Yeah.
I mean, plus he has the 70s sitcom everything about him. I mean, he was on so many shows,
Yeah, he was.
and he's actually a hilarious dude.
Yeah, he
Like
is.
he was one of the funnier guys to sit and talk to. Even when we ran into him at Flashbacks or Days of the Dead, he had a flip phone. This was like 2009, 2010. He had a flip phone. I was like, oh, right on, and like
Damn.
because you see him in the movies, it's badass. He opens his flip phone and then like fidged with his glasses for a bit, and I was like, oh, geez, that's right. He's getting older,
Yeah.
That was right after
He-
Rejects.
He probably
He
had
played
like
the judge and Jackie Brown. I was watching that.
Oh yeah.
he was
Yeah.
acting for like 50 years. So
Yeah.
he probably had like 10 million in the bank, but he just had a flip phone.
Yeah, less confusing.
He was like, whatever. Yeah, he was really down to earth. We got a picture with him.
Logan.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I just forgot about a movie that came out 2 years ago that had a really bad performance, but I like the movie. You guys see Richard Jewell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
hated Olivia Wilde in that movie.
Yeah, she was obnoxious in that movie.
Yeah.
Over the
I
top,
didn't like her
too.
character.
Yeah.
Like, I know what she
Logan,
was trying to do, but she did not do it well.
this is pretty cool news. For the CinePhellas podcast, I sent the DM to David Howard Thornton. You know,
Oh, yeah.
that's Art the Clown.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see. No, you can't.
No.
Not really. Yeah, but
No.
he said he wants to do the CinePhellas podcast. For
What?
Nice.
Damn.
Holy
There you
shit.
go.
That would be awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he says he's busy this week, but maybe sometime soon. So that's awesome.
Hell
be
yeah,
the-
dude.
It'll be the next one where I can't make it. I'll be moving. I'm like, God damn it.
Can you see anything?
I saw Thornton. Oh, there it is.
Sure,
Yeah.
Niall.
I'm busy this week.
I'm busy
Oh,
this
wow.
week.
Yeah, I see it.
Whoa, that'd be cool.
I saw him. Someone was posting pictures of him, or not pictures, but yeah, he was doing a convention not that long ago. He was all smiles, happy, and people were saying all these amazing things about him.
It was Spooky Empire in Orlando, the big horror convention. I wish I can go to.
I'm having a nerd moment. I don't know what to say.
Just put ASL, age, sex, location. Do it. No, just say that we'll be in touch. We'll schedule something.
Yeah, I
Like
know
that.
what to say. I do this all the time.
Niall over here is too big for
Sorry,
us.
Mr. Hollywood.
Got a badass here.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's awesome.
You got to at least
I
wait
did
2
talk
days
to
before you get back to him.
Yeah.
Oh, the 2
Great.
days. I
Great.
reached out to Charney Vincent from Your Next, and all she did was just like the message, but
So you're saying there's a chance.
Logan, did you read the comics I sent you?
No, I haven't. I will.
yeah, I saw the list, Bob. I kind of felt silly because I didn't see the dates on some of them, so I called my comic shop, and they're like, "That's not coming out for like another 5 months," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll see you then."
Oh, which one? Oh, of the preview stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, you put in previews, and those are always 2 to 3 months in advance.
yeah, I didn't see that until the last minute. Yeah, I was really
Oh.
excited.
Like, yo, why is number 4 out?
Oh, the theater experiences.
Got some good ones.
Which ones, Logan?
I remember the original Jurassic Park when that came out. I was just like, people in the crowd were going wild for it, you know?
Yeah.
People applauding it and just, I remember some drunk people in the seats behind us, and it was just like a wild experience as a kid, seeing that, how big the movie was, you know, at that time.
Yeah.
I think I might have mentioned this before. I paid to see the remake of Flatliners. I know, terrible. And 2 people in the theater, I'm not kidding, were about to fight. Like a fist fight was about to break out.
I would too. If I had to pay to see that movie, I'd pissed at everybody.
No, like it was just this guy, and he was like, "Shut F up," and he's like, "Do something about it." And they actually stood up, and he like knocked the popcorn out of his hand. And then somebody called, like, I guess security. Theater, and the guy just left. He just walked out. And then it's like, all right, well, back to this crappy movie.
That was the best part of the movie.
I remember actually Jurassic Park was the first time I ever like swore in front of my dad. That was when the leg of the lamb or a goat falls.
yeah,
We were in
yeah.
the theater and you heard boom, and I God, that movie came out what, 91? Roughly,
93.
93.
93. So I was 12 years old, hadn't really sworn in front of my dad, and I yelled "fuck" real loud.
Damn.
Never got in trouble for it. He knew exactly where we were headed with it.
Yeah, I remember that
I
movie. Just
remember being terrified.
yeah, that movie was terrifying when 1993 when it came out. And seeing that, we were in like the front row, I believe. It was like sold out, so I had to like look up to watch the movie. It was just awesome.
I remember when Blair Witch Project came out, the theater was so packed and they oversold it. So there were people actually sitting on the floor.
Oh shit!
And I didn't know that I had vertigo. I didn't know that was a thing. So watching this for an hour and a half, and I just was sitting there. I was telling my buddy, I was like, man, this camera stuff's got me weird. You know, like I was like, it's giving me a headache. And all of a sudden, the poor girl next to me just leans over and just like that's got me. That being said, still one of the coolest movies in the world. Honestly, like. Looking back now, yeah, it's silly, but back then that was revolutionary too. Like I'd put that on par with like changing cinematics, like or movie stuff with that, with almost Jurassic Park. Like Jurassic Park got to let us see this big, like bigger than life, whatever, you know, and then we had this found footage film that they branded perfect. These people are dead.
I think it was the first movie that really used the internet well. Yeah, with the games and like the hints and the clues scattered across the website. Yeah. And people thought it was real for a while.
Oh yeah, all of us did.
Yeah.
You know this movie called Lake Mungo?
Yeah. I think it's Australian.
Yeah, it made me think about that for some reason. Did you like that movie though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people were talking about it in this Facebook horror movie group, so I checked it out. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I remember when I was I want to say I was 13. I went to go see I think it was for my mom's birthday. We went to go see Medea's Family Reunion.
Oh!
Yeah, she wanted to see. I think I wanted to see something else. I don't remember, but she really wanted to go see it. Like the theater was crazy because like everybody was reacting to all this stuff. Everybody was like, it's like they like treated it like it was like. It's like when you go to see stand-up comedy or see a game, everybody was like reacting like people were getting up, people were stamping their feet, and like it was crazy in there. Yeah, it was one part I remember, I'll never forget it. It was one lady, it was a scene because of course it's a Tyler Perry movie, so somebody has to be like an evil, like abusive man in it, and one of the abusive men is like talking to like his wife, and he's like, oh, so you're gonna leave me for so you're gonna leave me and all this stuff. And then this white lady, and she was like the only white lady in the whole theater, and she goes, yeah, she's gonna leave you. And then he just got everybody laughing. And like everybody reacted really loud to that movie though. Like I didn't like that movie's not good at all, but like the experience, like that was one of those experiences like everybody was like really into it, so it made the movie as a whole better.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it wasn't the same, and then I saw it like later on, but it just wasn't the same at home. But like my mom was really into it, so, and I did it for her birthday, so I took one for the team that day.
I was gonna say you landed on the grenade right there.
Yeah.
David just said, sounds great. I'll reach out to him next week. That'd be awesome, though.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Good work, man.
Badass.
I guarantee you I'll reach out to him next week. Who the hell are you? All over again.
Hey, man, I was on a bender over the weekend. Who's this again? A big movie theater experience for me and Logan when we saw Avengers, the very first Avengers. We got free tickets, right? A screener?
2 weeks before it came out, yeah.
Right. I was going to your place, I think, for a convention.
Comic-Con.
That weekend. And then you had gotten those tickets. So we went and saw a screener of the very first Avengers movie. And that was
awesome.
Fucking awesome.
We saw that,
where the crowd was, going along with the movie too, hooting and hollering, and it was a pretty wild experience.
Yeah, it was. We were so into it and excited.
Yeah.
Is it bad if I was someone's worst movie theater experience instead of the other way around?
No.
I mean, it's still an experience.
Yeah.
Okay. To this day, people still ask how I snuck in a whole like Subway footlong into a theater. I was eating the footlong, and the lady behind me with her daughter, they just turned around and they were like, I remember how I did it too. I had the whole sub sandwich, like just in my hand, the whole footlong. I threw a jacket over it. That way when I walked in, I'm like, oh, it's just my jacket, just in case I get cold. But underneath the jacket, like I'm some kind of food magician, was the whole sandwich.
Was a hot fresh Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
When you put your arm out, I was assuming you were going to say, and so I put it through my coat and held it there. And I watched but no, you're flat out just like, look at this. Now you can't see it.
So I put it down my pants and nobody.
If they would have said, move the jacket, or, you know, you live in Florida, it's 97 degrees today. Why do you have a jacket? Then I would, yeah.
Maybe they would have been like, holy shit, he's a magician. He didn't have that sandwich before.
But I just remember being so hungry that day, and it was a long movie. It was Jupiter Ascending. That movie was at least.
Oh gosh.
And I was just so hungry, and the guy next to me, he was funny. He was like, "Oh, it's your fault. You didn't eat before you came here." Like, yeah. Because
I love the condescending look you got in the theater from the lady. Like eating another place's food in the movie theater is so horrible. Like you didn't pay for the $15 tub of popcorn. You brought in food that was more nutritious and a little more expensive, but outside of the theater. How dare you?
Now I can understand like you sneak in like a candy bar or a chips, but this is a
whole foot long, man.
Yeah. I think I was at one and somebody was eating like a Chipotle.
Yeah, I was about to say.
remember
I don't know if we went to that movie, but I went and saw a movie. I think it was a Rob Zombie flick, and there's some lesbians that brought in Chipotle burritos in front of me.
That sounds like my dream come true.
I'm like, Jesus, you can, it has, you know, a distinct smell to it. You know, they're burritos, they're steak burritos, and it's like very
I did pizza
distracting.
Too, small little medium pizza from Steve's Pizza.
Yeah.
Once again, just the jacket, man. No, just one last thing. Like my theater, they're getting hard now because they are like, if you have a purse, there's a guy and he's like, hey, open your purse, let me look inside. And then my mom was like,
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Yeah, you have to. Yeah, fuck them. My
Like,
purse.
some teenager, I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Not that I would have a purse, but you know what I mean.
Your mom's just like, and he's like,
Just flexes on him.
Like, I'm not even kidding. I wore a jacket and the guy's like, we have to pat you down. I'm like, I'd rather just take the jacket off. Like,
What? That's crazy.
Jeez.
It's never happened to the theaters I go to. Not yet, at least.
remember Goonies when Mouth had like all the marbles and the gold?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that one would have been me. Like,
Mine was I think I told the story about The Dark Knight when I went to see it. This was before assigned seating, and I got there, but it's these group of kids who came in. One kid comes around the bend and he looks and it's sold out. It's the opening night. Goes back into the hallway and he shouts down to the hallway. He's like, "Oh, we should have left like 2 hours earlier. It's fucking packed in there." And the entire and then right before the Christmas 2019, I saw Cats, and that was everyone. No one got up. No one got up. And I'm like, I'm gonna break the tension. So I got up. I'm like, so what did everyone think? And everyone
Thunderous rouse of applause.
No one knew what to say. There was this one gay theater kid. He's like, I have to love this. This was the first show I did as a theater kid. I know it's a terrible movie, but I have a connection to it. But yeah,
Right.
it's terrible.
Actually, you said Avengers. I'm thinking Endgame, that final battle. When Cap gets malnourished, like that, the whole crowd erupted, and then when the portal started opening, I remember I could not hear anything for like 5 minutes after that because the entire theater was just booming.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, you've been to a concert where you yell even loud and it feels like it's against your own ears. And yeah, that was Endgame. Like the last like 10 minutes were just all.
That was a great cinematic experience.
Oh, and also Ned Beatty died today, which is sad because I could have sworn he died a couple of years ago. So I saw that and I was like,
Yeah, if you would have told me that, I would have been like, oh yeah, he did, right?
Right? It was like Charles Grodin. I'm like, I thought he's been dead. I thought he's been dead since like the 90s, but I guess not.
That's how I'm with Carl Weathers. I always think Carl Weathers died.
Can't keep up.
no, when Charles Grodin died, like I let the boys watch a little Beethoven or whatever, and they weren't into it. But when everyone like went away, I was like, I started watching the movie Clifford. He was in with Martin Short.
Yeah.
Look at me like a real boy.
It's on HBO Max for those who haven't seen it, but it's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Daddy's gonna have a bad heart. Daddy's gonna talk like this. Just mocking his dad having a stroke. Such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Another real quick off topic theater experience. I went to the theater and saw Wild Things. And when that beautiful scene happens, they took Denise Richards' shirt off, and I don't know where the individual was, but I know he had to be old. And all I heard was, "Oh, fuck yeah!" It was like when the 10:30, 11 o'clock showing. We're sitting there eating popcorn. We're like, "Oh, damn, here we go!" And then just like it felt like an off in the like a cricket. It's just like, "Fuck yeah!" It's just like, oh man.
You just hear.
A guy used to come into Blockbuster all the time, and he would rent all the B movies in hopes that there would be a lot of like boobs or whatever. And
Wow.
he had broken English, so he'd walk in and he'd be like, "Bob." He'd walk around and like from around the store, he'd pick up a thing, go, "Bob, she short days. They short days." I was like, "No, dude." I was like, "It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Do not run. Do not yell that in my store."
I can just picture you setting up a little section at the end of the aisle. Bob's
I
like
nicknamed-
TNA recommendations.
I
Bob's
nicknamed,
Or
picks.
Julio, or whatever his name is.
I nicknamed him Softcore because he only got the softcore.
It reminds me of Brad Pitt in Snatched when he was like, "Oh, this is a dog." What else was on the list, man?
Oh, people we'd like to see work together again. I put Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn. For some reason, I love them so
I
much
had
to
that right
dodgeball
here.
together.
Yeah,
I definitely would have wanted them. And then Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. I probably said I love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
So any
Yeah.
opportunity for their chemistry to go back. But those were the only two I was really big on, especially the Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn.
I put Schwarzenegger and Stallone again, just something better than Escape Plan. Just the two
Yeah.
of them.
DiCaprio and Damon to work together again.
Who?
DiCaprio and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Anytime someone says Matt Damon, it's just World Police is in my head.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
I'm
knows?
speaking of Leo, I would say Leo and Claire Danes. I'd like to see them again. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
that was
there you
90, 96 Baz Luhrmann. That's a great movie.
Or
Yeah.
Leo and Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Well,
Yeah.
they did Revolutionary
Revolutionary
Road.
Road.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. Yes.
A lot of people
Again,
did.
though.
It was real slow, but yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing them work together again.
Mhm.
Kate Winslet, Claire Danes.
For some reason, I kept thinking of Christian Bale and Russell Crowe just because I like 310 to Yuma. I liked them both
That
in
was
that
a good
movie. Yeah.
Was it Ben
Christian
Foster?
Bale
Right?
go method, man.
Yeah.
Play brothers and have Christian Bale get the size of Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny. They really had a good hit the first time. Not sure if they could do it again.
Yeah, I don't know about Space Jam too, man. It doesn't look that good.
No, it looks terrible.
Advertisements.
But my boys want to watch it, so I said, "All right,
I'll
let's
watch it. Yeah,
and
I'll still check it out.
It's gonna." We called it as soon as they announced it. We'll see it on HBO Max once. We'll go. That was a movie, and that's it.
That was
That was exactly 90 minutes. There was a beginning, middle, and an end.
Yeah, I'm not excited for Space Jam at all.
I'm excited for the cameos and the advertisements. for
Yeah.
HBO Max, yeah.
The cameos for sure. I just don't like LeBron, so
See, is he just gonna walk off the court and his son's gonna not be saved at the end of the movie?
You're right.
I want that direct. I want that as a director's cut.
I'm leaving. I don't want to do this anymore. The kid, I love
The
him.
huggy
Good luck.
flops.
He-
They're gonna have J.R. Smith on the court all blazed, forgetting what he's doing.
Jordan's supposed to be in it.
Is he?
Yeah,
Playing
a
golf.
cameo. Yeah,
Probably playing golf or something.
yeah.
If Bill Murray
Yeah.
shows up and saves the day again, this is the greatest series ever.
It could happen. You never know.
My boys are on a Harry Potter kick right now, so we just finished the fourth movie, and I've
Cool.
never seen. I've only seen the first three. I've never read any of the
Oh, they're
books,
good
so
movies, man.
these are all new to me too. So,
Yeah, towards the end they get really fucking dark and good.
well, my buddy's like, "Oh, you should watch them beforehand," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm starting to think so because even on 4, I've never read, didn't see it. Hey, Dad, what's happening?" I was like, "I am watching the same time you are." My wife will do that all the time. Honey, what's happening here? I was like, we did not start this at different times. We started watching this show.
Oh man, that is so true. That is so true. I'm like, this is the first time I'm watching this. I have no idea.
I know you've got it figured out already. Come on. What is
I
that?
didn't call this the writer of the movie. I have no idea.
I think the next time she goes, "What's happening?" I'll be like, "Now you have to just say out loud that you are inferior to me mentally, just mentally inferior, and that you can't comprehend things as well as I can." When she says no, I'll be like, "Exactly, watch the damn movie. You
You're
solve
like-
all this stuff before I do."
Put her in timeout. Timeout. Go.
Oh yeah. So yeah, quickly. I want to quickly talk about that movie I watched from Tribeca today.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called Dating in New York. It's a cheesy New York love story, but it really like pushes up the social media aspect of like how they all meet on the internet or like the dating apps. It was all right. It wasn't anything special. It's coming out in September. IFC picked it up. Yeah.
Who stars? All that good stuff.
Some guy who used to write for The Daily Show, and then the girl is the lifeguard from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Francesca Reale. And I'm like, that's one thing the pandemic was cool. Like it opened to like you can. I'm not a professional critic. But, you pay a flat fee of like I think it was like $15-$20, and I saw it before it's going to hit theaters in September. I think they said it was going to come out.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's really cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Well worth it.
yeah. I'll give like a 2 out of 4 if I was going to rate it on a scale. It's very aware what it is. Like it may be a hit. I could see it maybe hitting with audiences because it paints New York in a very, very positive way. But it's just like it's so fucking cheesy at points. I was just rolling my eyes.
I like cheese, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, it was quick. It was like 90 minutes. It's predictable. Like I was just like, okay, this is gonna happen next. Oh, it happens. Oh, where this is gonna go. Oh wait, no, I know where this is gonna go, and this is what happens.
Well,
Like
so it's
some
a
of the-
Katherine Heigl film without being Katherine Heigl.
Yes. There's some cool stylistic choices in the movie though. Like the intro of the film, it's all paintings of New York, and like you see the characters painted into like the selected scenes where they interact within the city. Did anyone watch Woman in the Window?
I saw it.
Wow.
I saw it, yeah.
I wasn't crazy about it.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't need to see it. Like that's what it was. I saw it, but then at the end, I was like, I didn't need to see it.
The reveal of the
powerful.
killer in that movie reminded me of
It was so
the
dumb.
Black. You ever see the Black Dahlia? Brian
No, I
De Palma?
haven't. I know it, but I didn't see
Okay,
it.
like
That's, Scarlett Johansson, the
Yes.
Brian De Palma movie. Yeah.
yes, you saw it.
Yeah.
The way the killer in that movie is revealed reminded me of the way the Woman in the Window. Just over the top and stupid, and yeah.
And we talked about this. I never seen a movie open with the movie that it's ripping off because it opens up with the Alfred Hitchcock movie. Like, let's start off the movie with a better movie. When we're ripping off, yeah.
I also watched this movie with Logan, Janine from Handmaid's Tale, the girl with one eye.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu. It's called The Infinite Playlist of Noise. It's about this kid who's obsessed with music and sounds, but then he like has a tumor in his head, and like they have to extract it, but he's gonna lose his hearing. So he goes across America with Janine from Handmaid's Tale and starts recording sounds like that mean a lot to him. That wasn't bad either. That was just a typical like teen movie, but it was all right. And speaking like a show I didn't really care for, but I watched it because my friend wanted to see it. I watched the Friends thing. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, I'm not a fan of that show, but it was a well done special.
Was it?
Oh,
Did
the
they
wife loved
didn't
it.
they read new lines and whatnot on it?
They did like a couple of new
Yeah.
lines, and like they had James Corden interviewing them like outside with the this was during the pandemic, so everyone's like separated. And they had pretty good stories. It wasn't bad.
Was Matthew Perry? Did he really look terrible?
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I just heard some rumors
No,
that he looked like
Matthew Perry just like he doesn't care. He's like, hey, I'm getting older. I have all this money. I'll eat everything in sight. The one who looked the worst and was freaking me out was Courtney Cox. Like her upper part of her face was not moving the entire.
Just
She's like, and she
Really?
she acknowledged it. She's like, I'm laughing, but you can't tell I'm laughing.
Yeah.
That's fun. I haven't seen it. I want to check it out.
There were a lot of good cameos from like stars who like love the show. Movie stars who said like, "Oh, this is great." And it
Oh, I
just
did
shows
see
like
the Lady Gaga cameo. I saw that when my wife was
Smelly
watching.
Cat. Yeah, that was cool. And it just shows like the show was like translated into like dozens and dozens of countries. They show like clips from like the Japanese dub. It's crazy. It was good.
I tried. I when Netflix had it, I tried to watch it, and then I was like, I don't get it. Like this wasn't funny to me. I was like, I could just watch something else.
Yeah, it didn't
It was
age
like-
well.
It didn't age well. Yeah. Like parts of it are good, I guess. Like there's parts of it that made me laugh at times, but like the whole episode was like it was just very hacky humor to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It
I didn't care
also
for
didn't
it.
help with the fact that I think that was on right after or close when Living Single was out. And I remember watching
Yeah.
Living Single all the time as a kid. And then Friends came out too, and I was like, oh, it's kind of the like
the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it was kind of the same, but I was already invested with them over there. So I was like, I don't know. I mean,
It's
Tootie was on it, for Christ's sake. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna watch it with Tootie. Tootie
Yeah.
and one of the Wayne's sisters, the one who was never acknowledged, really.
Well, yeah, that's it on my end. Whatever everybody else watch. Anything good?
Mayor of Easttown, Bad Batch on Disney Plus. We've been reviewing it, Henry and I.
Still
Amusement
good?
park. Yeah, it's been excellent.
Mhm.
Amusement park, that George Romero flick that was lost. That's on Shudder. Really good. Sweet Tooth, I started on Netflix. That's about
How
it.
was the Ducks? How'd the Ducks end? Was it good?
It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit rushed, but I think it was pretty good, setting it up for another season.
Okay. Oh, it's good.
I haven't finished. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes just because time got away, but I was into it.
Yeah, it was good.
Although, why does Laura Graham look different? Something looks off on her. Anyone else? No,
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. It didn't look. I don't know. It is insane how well Emilio Estevez is holding up. Seriously, like if you look at his brother, who's just been bruised and pickled,
Yeah.
Emilio has been keeping
He's
everything.
taking
like,
better care of himself, that's for sure.
big-
Ate a
like-
little more, maybe, but less drugs.
like, I mean,
Less drugs and hookers.
they could
No
do a
AIDS.
West Wing prequel and have Emilio play his father. Like it's ridiculous how
Yeah, he
much
looks
he's looking.
exactly like Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Like how great would that be, honestly, for him for the beginning of his political career? If ever in the world of revivals and revisiting, that could actually be huge.
That could happen. Yeah.
That'd be actually a really cool timepiece too.
Oh, I was because me and my mom, we have to find like new stuff, and I started watching because it was on Hulu. I watched 911.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, I watched the spinoff too. So that's a very entertaining show. I can't. Here's the thing. I don't procedurals. I'm kind of sick of them now. Every like network shows like we got to solve a case, we got to solve a murder. I just like how that one is just here's something crazy that happens every episode, and then it doesn't even take the whole episode. Sometimes it's like, oh, we got to go to a place, and then it's done. It doesn't take a whole episode. Sometimes it'll take like 10 minutes to like, oh, we got to get somebody stuck in a window or
Yeah,
something.
each
That's
episode
good.
has like 3 different storylines. Like
Yeah.
these
Mhm.
characters are happening, but here's the guy. Yeah, my
Yeah.
wife, Angela Bassett. I put that on. She's happy.
Yeah.
But honestly, that show's fantastic. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Yeah, like it's really good. Like, cause it's just like some of these network shows. Sometimes I get bored because it's just case to case. But that one is like there's always something crazy going on, and at least like I care about the characters enough. Everybody's got like their own thing going on, and like my mom was the same with like I don't think she likes Angela Bassett, but she's like no, she looks like a bitch to me. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, I guess. Like, but it fits for the role.
Oh, there's not one part of me that doesn't believe Angela Bassett isn't that person in real life. Like,
Yeah, no, that's
she
not
looks
acting.
like the type of person who comes in and is just like, yo, everyone
Yeah.
shut the hell up. I know what's happening. Like,
Mhm.
she got her groove back, and now she's gonna save everyone's life. Angela
Yeah.
Bassett is the hero.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I finished that one. Now my mom's like, oh no, I got to see what happens. Like, when is it coming back? Like, it comes back in the fall. Like, that's the new one where like we finished it, we caught up with it. Like now she's like really into where, and then we watch Lone Star, the spinoff. That one is okay, but like as a Texan, it didn't feel like Texas to me as much as like 911 feels like LA to me. Like
Yeah.
it just because also they put in like Dallas, and Dallas feels like more modern, like and more. It doesn't feel as much Texas as I would like it to be. Like it doesn't need to have horses or anything. Like I don't need cowboys or anything, but it just needs to feel more Texan. And like the thing that's kind of annoying is like Rob Lowe, you got like the least Texan person to be
Just
on that show.
Mr. Hollywood, right?
Exactly, yeah. And
You're
then
gonna
like
take anyone from Parks and Rec to do that. Bring Nick Offerman to be
exactly.
fired in Texas.
Like that one, I don't mind it. It gets better over time. Like I don't really. I feel like that one is like they have to check off a bunch of boxes to be like, okay, we gotta get all the demographics. We gotta get the gay demographic. We gotta get the trans demographic. We gotta get the Muslim demographic because there's always a character of some kind. And like I don't feel like they're as developed as on the main show. But like it's only been 2 seasons, so maybe it gets better as it goes on. And I got used to Rob Lowe after a while, even though I kind of feel like he was like kind of the least interesting character on that show when it started. But like over time, because of the cases, I got more into it. But
Yeah.
I caught up on that one too, and that was another one where my mom was like, "Okay, when does it come back? I need more of it." And I was like, "You got to wait until like the mid-season or something, because I think that's what they said they're gonna do with that one." So I finished that one, and then it's one show I do watch that like me and my mom also we watch Dynasty because they remade Dynasty, the '80s show, and we're watching that on CW.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they remade it.
Yeah, it's on. Like nobody watched. The only reason it's on because they have a deal with Netflix, so it's just on, and it's just like it does well internationally, but nobody here watches it. So we watch that. And it's good. It's just like typical, like it feels like one of those old school like soap operas to me, but it moves faster. It's not like it doesn't feel like a show. It's like it's always crazy stuff happening every episode, and it's just like, oh, we got to take over the company. And so, there's always backstabbing and all kind of stuff going on it. It's entertaining for what it is. Josh Schwartz, he produced it, but I don't think he's like, I don't think he's like doing the day-to-day stuff. He like wrote the pilot and then he just has his name on it, like as executive producer. But it's just like it's like it kind of feels like those old school like soap operas to me, but like just moves at a faster pace. And I just like that. Like it's crazy like how there's always like something going on where something's going on with the family business, and like there's always like some kind of thing where a relative will show up. And it's always like a surprise relative that nobody's ever seen before. And it'll be like, oh, I'm part of the bloodline. And so you got to take over. Someone's always scheming to get on top. So like, it's entertaining just for that. But it's good. It's like, I watch it weekly. It's good for what it is.
It sounds like
good internationally is that's who they hope all of America is.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I bet all those Americans, they all have family money.
Yeah.
Sounds like the original Dallas or Dynasty too.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom watched both of them. She was more of a Dynasty, but she dropped off at some point in it. Because I remember there was like she was like, yeah, I wasn't as into it. She likes this one more because she likes the main like character on it. But we were watching that when she really, really liked it. We binged it like a few years ago on Netflix. Like that's another where if we watch it, my mom's like, no, we gotta watch it when it comes out. So it's really good. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Gossip Girl on when I used to watch that, because that's another where I know it's like not for all the demographic, like I don't know the demographic for it. It looks more like a teen show, but I just like how ridiculous it gets every episode.
Yeah, I just mentioned Hacks earlier on HBO Max. It's pretty good. It got a second season. Pretty funny, smart writing, likable. The girl that plays the young writer is good. I don't know the actress's name. I haven't seen her in anything else, but she's really good. Plays well with Jean Smart, and Jean Smart, like you believe her as the old comedian. She's basically like Joan Rivers. You know, Joan Rivers being a comedian back in the day. It's basically her playing Joan Rivers type of comedian. That's good. Quick episodes, like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I follow Lorraine Newman on Twitter, and she was like, I know her daughter's the other girl on that show. Her daughter, because she was like, "Oh, I'm proud my daughter was on it." I wanted to watch it, but I haven't seen it yet.
What's her name? Caitlin Olsen from It's Always Sunny is her daughter, Gene Smart's daughter, in the show too. So she's on there. Sweet D.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Coming up, we got another Fellas giveaway. We're going to be giving away Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, they sent these Warner Brothers.
Kevin's favorite movie.
Yep, Logan's top one of the year.
Kevin's going to be the winner.
I mean, for what it was fun. It would have been more fun to watch in a theater, though. But I mean,
Yeah.
I saw that in the theaters.
did you
Yeah.
see? I watched it in the living room with two little kids. Like I kind of want to
See that, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get the whole experience.
But I didn't mind it. It was what it was. Like I was sitting there being like, well, could they have done this and this? But meanwhile, like I said, the 6 and the 8-year-old are like, oh man, he's got an axe. Oh, now he's taking off. And I was like, you know what? That was me with a lot of the old movies. Like I try to watch it through their eyes with that. Like sometimes I have to dispense my own belief or anything like that. It wasn't great though.
Are your kids into Paw Patrol? Are you going to take them to the Paw Patrol movie, or you don't have to be?
Oh no, but
to
my kids are beyond that. However, my friend's child, I just gave the boys all their Paw Patrol stuff to my friend who his boys into Paw Patrol now, and I was talking to him. I'm like, apparently there's a whole theatrical movie coming out. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, a bunch of parents are talking.
Yeah, we'll be going. My 4-year-old's still into it. How old your boys?
6 and 8.
Oh, okay.
6 and 8.
So I have 2 years left. All right, good.
Roughly, what was it? Although my youngest, that Bluey show, I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
but
we've gotten into that too. Mm-hmm.
I was like, the hell are you watching this? Like, they're like, oh no, but watch the dog. Just I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll honestly, like, yeah, you're out of the hard stuff when it comes to kid shows. Like, if you got away without watching any Caillou, you're good. Like,
I watched a little bit, but luckily that wasn't one of his favorites. So
it's such a terrible show. It's like, no, the little bastard just cries about everything.
He's whiny, yeah. He's all whiny in every episode.
He's a whiny little Canadian.
Bob, I think I told you.
Why does,
Bob, I think I told you that Caillou means stone or pebble in French.
And if you Google why is Caillou bald? One of the answers used to be because he's like he doesn't deserve hair or something like that. Because parents were telling kids that he was a cancer patient and that's why he didn't have hair. No, they just didn't draw hair on him. He's under Charlie Brown. But I'm gonna try to keep up with some of the shows now. I'm gonna try to finish Sweet Tooth. Happy Endings hit Netflix, and I loved the first season, and then I never got to see the rest of it. So Happy Endings,
the same, yeah. I was the same with it.
Funny as hell. And that's the show David Wayans Jr. went to instead of doing New Girl after the pilot. So then, after Happy Endings got canceled, he popped up apparently back on New Girl, which people tell me I have to watch. And I love Zooey Deschanel. I just never put the time away to watch New Girl.
It's good. I've seen all of New Girl. It's really good for the most part. And like when David Wayans Jr. came back, he was like it like there was like kind of a time where it wasn't as good as it was early on. And then when he came back, it kind of got its like vibe back. But like as a whole show, it was really good. It's really funny. Like the dynamic on it, I like really enjoyed between all the guys on it.
And I'm for some reason I got one day was 3 days ago I decided I was just gonna start watching South Park from the beginning.
Well, like Bob's big woman idea, it's time for this to come to an end.
It's never gonna end. It's gonna happen.
All right. Well, for episode 116 of the CinePhellas Podcast, Logan.
Jeez.